It's round number 4 of the Endurance Championship Series. We're happy to have you guys along. I'm James. This is Jason, Competition Karting. We're here at K1 Speed in Canton, Ohio. Thanks for riding along. You can go and keep that up. Good.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like the jam?
I do.
Setting the tone for tonight?
It's always louder for us. So.
I know, right?
Look at the crowd tonight.
Lots of drivers. New names, familiar names, a little bit of everything tonight.
Yeah, we got Pons who's waving at us. Everybody's waving. Hi, everybody.
Very excited to drive.
Yeah, so if you followed along in the previous rounds, you know that we have done indoor-outdoor track pretty much all the way through the season as we pan around to the outside. Look at that beautiful track out there. Now, it is November, and it is Ohio, and we are a little crazy, but we're still going to go outdoors today because we've got all winter long to enjoy the indoor track.
Yeah, squeeze it out as long as you can. And coming up is Midnight Madness. So if you're down for cold racing, so long as it's not raining, it runs.
It'll be the last chance you officially have. I love to see the barrier just casually walking by, taking apart the track. Yes, Midnight Madness will be the official last time you have to run the outdoor track. That'll be Thanksgiving night. So if you're in the area and you like go-karting, it's a perfect time to do it.
Yeah, if you don't want to hang out with the girls and go shopping, it's like the option for the guys. It should become a tradition. I love it. That's one of my favorite races all year.
We'd love to hear if you guys still have a tradition of shopping on Thanksgiving. I think that's changed over the last couple of years.
Has it really? Well, Amazon's changed everything. And why do you leave your couch when you can just buy everything right here?
Yeah. But we're still here.
Yeah.
And this will be the 3rd year in a row for Midnight Madness. So 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Outdoor track open. We call it Polar Bear Karting because who knows how cold it'll be.
Do you remember that one year? It was freezing cold,
well,
almost
yeah,
borderline snowing.
It was borderline freezing rain, yeah. It was when you brought your blowtorch trying to warm up the track.
Flamethrower on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a guest pit announcer today, Mr. David Pons.
What's going on?
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, none other. So you're going to race tonight and you're going to help us commentate.
Supposedly not. Apparently I'm not on the list.
Oh, you're not allowed to
list.
race.
Mm-hmm.
So
you'd have to.
You're exclusive.
They told me I'm not.
Oh, you're exclusive to us then.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, well that'll
I was just having a meeting with your brand new guys, explaining them which color the boost button is, because even our veterans screw that up sometimes.
Yeah.
We were talking about boost strategy. Since they're new to the track, I wanted to make sure that they had a fighting chance. We want to know out of turn 1 is a good place to use it. That's a good place to get acquainted with the boost button, especially since they've never used it before. And then if you really want to...
What about the entry to turn 4? Is that a good place to use it?
Oh, no, absolutely not. That's a place where you hit the boost button twice when you get to the outside and hope that it turns off by the time you get there.
It does carry you. That speed pulls you through the turns.
Yeah, dude, 3 seconds. It's 3 seconds, right?
Yeah, it's 3 seconds.
3-second press. 3 seconds is a long time when you're running these karts.
Yeah, when we tell drivers, they kind of go, oh, 3 seconds. But when
Yeah,
you're in
yeah.
the car, and it's a short track.
It's
yeah,
fast.
It's pretty big.
Well, that's what I mean. So when you, especially running backwards, when you come out of the S outside and you come towards the building and then around, you can hit the button twice, if not 3 times, if you're really good with it.
But they only have
out of the
15 total.
Yes, but it's only how many laps is qualifying, James?
5.
Well, 5 laps for qualifying. I mean, if you're going to put down 1 burner lap, you could use them all in the same lap if you wanted to.
That's true.
You could try.
That's true.
That's what I did last time after I, figured out which button the boost button was.
Or you could accidentally hold it down and it just continues to
Oh, yeah,
boost.
just hold it the whole time.
Yeah.
Why not? Right?
We joked last time about new drivers sending it into the barriers. We might see that again tonight.
Well, I mean, like I said, I told these guys, go out, run the karts, hit it once, and feel it. Feel it first before you start really diving in and going for it,
Yeah. And I tell them, too, it's not a NOS shot. It's
No.
not 200 horsepower.
No.
It's 15 extra.
It's pretty significant, though. You can feel it.
Yeah.
It's enough that you do feel it.
Especially when you get to the top end of the spectrum.
Yeah, and especially if you use it like the rest of us, or like your pro drivers, for lack of a better term. I'm not professional.
Yeah.
But if you come out off the apex of a turn and hit it right then and there, that's where you hit it. And plus you're going slowest at that point. So out of the apex, flat on the gas, hit the button, it does take off. You can feel it. The engine makes a different noise, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
And it just takes off.
Well, that's the exact kind of analysis that we can expect tonight. So, guys,
Yeah.
stick around, and we'll have a driver who's actually driven this race many, many times, helping with these kind of things. I also
I'm
remind
just
you
here for fun.
Yeah, I also remind me because I also want to talk a little bit about the throttle. Have a little technical insight for the viewers tonight.
Throttle insight?
Yeah, talking about the throttle.
Like in what way?
I'm gonna
You press it and it goes.
I'm gonna show the mechanism how it works.
Why are you moving me? He can move the camera.
Well, they need to race.
Well, he can run me over. I shouldn't have been there. Go run the race, Owen. What are you doing?
All right, David.
Why are you trying to run me over?
All right, David. We'll check in with you here in a little bit
Heck yeah.
as we get ready to qualify. Qualification with the outdoor is only 5 laps tonight. But we do have the field split into 2, and it's reverse track. That's the
So
other thing I
2
forgot to
heats.
notice. I forgot to mention. So
2 heats, reverse track, boost, endurance race. This is going to be fun.
look at that leaderboard. That is amazing. 14 cars. We're going to see how well our batteries hold up tonight as we look on the outdoor track. You're looking at the number 25 machine. Hang on. I need to learn this helmet real quick. Who is that following in the blue helmet there?
That is...
Yeah, Dylan, this off to your left. I know that's Colin in the 27. Who's right in front of him? I need to learn. This one right there. There we go.
Kart
This 26?
26?
Oh,
Jeremy
Jeremy
Weaver.
Okay, so welcome back, Jeremy. Yes, that's what I was trying to figure out. I
It was a
wasn't
very
sure.
familiar helmet. I
Yeah.
just couldn't place who it was.
So let's follow Jeremy. He's running, I believe, his second endurance race, maybe third. Even in the reverse direction, you can probably expect to see lap times sub 41 seconds. We should easily see guys in the 39s, maybe some 38s as you follow Garrett, who's coming inside in that beautiful pace car. Painted for none other than the 12 Hours of Canton,
Woo! Coming up soon.
March 17th.
Yeah. Some exciting stuff coming out with 12 hours, too.
Now, don't get confused on the lap board. There is 6 on the board because they trigger the timing line when they come out in reverse. So they're still going to have full 5 speed races as Jeremy comes outside.
Do you know who we're on board with tonight?
Good question. Do you?
No.
Oh.
I didn't recognize the helmets. Because there's a couple rental helmets, so I'm assuming there's a couple of new kids, which is great to see.
There's more than a couple. So
Couple.
Alan Reichers. I hope I'm saying
okay.
that correctly. And on board number 2, Austin Leslie. Ethan Mast. Trying to figure out that tricky right-hander coming out from the outdoors.
Yeah, it's a tough one to learn.
And finally, I should have checked this. Is it
Elias Chitty?
Elias? Okay. We hope we're pronouncing that correctly, Elias.
If not, correct us in the chat. We are live in the chat again tonight.
And you were following with Jeremy earlier, but he's topping the leaderboard right now with a 39.7. Everybody else in the 40 seconds, adapting to the reverse track. These guys did run a few laps practice before they came in to the drivers' meeting tonight. But for some of the drivers, this is pretty new territory. As you can see them following the outside wide line tonight. That's probably not where you're going to see some of the faster drivers. We're probably going to see some drivers who are kind of shortcutting the track a little bit more as you fall on board with Elias.
Condor in the chat. We'll see what we can do about that POV, buddy.
What was that question? I missed it.
It was, can Elias Mast get a POV?
Oh, like in the helmet?
Yeah.
Oh,
So on board, I guess, is what they're referring to.
well,
We'll see what we can do.
I don't know. Well, I guess. Our leaderboard is so long today that our chat covers it up.
I know.
So,
Well,
sorry.
Lisa Miller had an answer to your question, though. So she never had that tradition, hated shopping and hated the crowd. So Amazon's probably like a gift for Lisa.
Yeah.
It is cool seeing a leaderboard that big. That means there's that many people racing tonight. So a lot more action on track for everybody to follow along with.
Aaron Puckett, as we see him outside, he's in the number 9 machine. He's just about to hit the doors coming in. Pick him up there. So
Aaron all the way from Michigan.
Michigan. I said, are you sure you drive 5 hours to get here? He said, yeah, a little bit more, but maybe each way. So, and he's going to pull over for just a second to make sure that he grabs that white flag and follows Jeremy, because those 2 drivers are the only ones in the 39s so far.
Yeah, lowest right now, Ethan Mast with a 43.076. So still not a bad time, but the 39s are where it's going to be, I think, for the A main.
Jackson's coming outside there. I'm sorry, Aaron is right there. Well, I thought he was going to get a flying lap, but I guess that white flag was for all the other drivers, so that's going to be the end of that. It looks like they missed the pit lane entry, so we'll wait for them to circle back around.
Or they saw the white flag and thought it was their final lap.
Could be. Timing has ended, though. Jeremy being the fastest, 39.7. Jackson in the third spot there. He is our top rookie driver at the moment. So good time for him. We'll see if he can make it into the A main tonight.
Yeah, low 40s. A lot of people in the 40s. Split by about 1/10 of a second between most of them. 100th of a second between a couple others. Yeah, a lot of people in the 40s. So that cutoff between A main and B main is going to be very, very close tonight.
Jackson currently sitting 17th in the points, but he is third in the rookies. We'll be adding a lot of rookies to the leaderboard tonight after some of these guys complete endurance for the very first time. So speaking of which, let's pull those up. So you're a rookie if you've not completed in the 12 Hours of Canton yet, and or you haven't run the endurance series for more than 3 times. And we got David with something. Hang on, David. What's up, David?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, what's up?
26, right? Yeah. Come here, Jeremy. Come here. I think I called you Sean earlier. I think I got you confused.
Jeremy, yep.
Who's your teacher?
My teacher here?
Yeah, wasn't I think Joey was tooting his own horn, but
Yeah, if I give Joey that credit, he'll be really excited. So I'll say Joey, but it's really not.
Joey's racing tonight with a broken foot,
Apparently.
supposedly.
Yeah, who knows what he did, but no, he is pretty good, so.
Quote unquote broken, right?
Right.
Good run out there, buddy. 39.7 is not bad.
It's not, but I watched the guys prior, like a lot of people in this group, they're quite a bit quicker, so it was good for that group, but we'll
Dude,
see.
you were in a group with not a lot of names I recognize. They've been talking about rookie series, so there's going to be a lot of names on that board now.
Right. Yeah, it's good to see a lot of people here. Before you cut me off here, I just got to say hi to the people at Just One More Bar watching back home. We got a whole group of people watching, so I know they're having fun.
Sick, dude. Thanks for talking to me.
I appreciate it.
All right, guys. Now it's time for everybody's favorite game. Who's actually going to qualify in pole?
Yeah, exactly.
Because, I'm sorry, I'm walking.
No, you're fine.
Because look at the leaderboard for this race.
Well,
Keep me. Sorry, Dale. I keep walking around on
is
you.
it up there?
Or it should be. I know every name on this board, so honestly, I would like to. I was going to take bets, but everybody got in the car too quickly.
Was it? What board are you looking at? We don't have the timing up
Oh,
there.
no. All right. So this race, Adam Weaver,
you're
Sean
talking about that
Horgan,
board.
Alex
Okay.
Eckelberry, Tyler Stevens,
Yes.
Gavin Patterson, Dave Patterson, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, every name is a familiar one in this race.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about rookie standings. We're going to cover up your face for you, David. How's that? Endurance rookie. Well, actually, it's a nice. Yeah, never mind. Just zoom out a little bit. Gavin Patterson, Dave Patterson, his dad, leading the rookie standings first and second. There's Jackson, who just completed his qualification. You should see Gavin and Dave in this next qualifier, so keep an eye on those guys. They're battling out for, obviously, the rookie title. Rookie title is still worth money for your 12 Hours of Canton. Other guys down there, Jeremy Weaver. So he's in 5th place, the guy that we just interviewed. Jesse Ernst's not here today. I think we just saw Austin. And did Mason make it tonight?
Haven't seen him.
No, not yet. Okay, so Mason may not make it. But there's your rookie standings. So let's talk about your actual endurance standings.
Am I back?
Marshall Miller. We always say that name when we bring up points. He's usually at the top of the leaderboard, but not by much. Tyler Stevenson in the number 2 spot only by 4 points, but he is also tied with Joseph Valentine. Tyler Stevenson bumping up from 4th to 2nd in the last round. And David, we'll bring you in here in just a second, but let's talk a little bit about the up-and-coming star of Tyler Stevenson and just the miraculous stuff that he's been doing. He completed what we consider the Triple Crown here. Go ahead.
TM.
Yeah, David's going to trademark it. So what's
just in general.
What is the Triple Crown here at K1 Speed?
Okay, so again, this is something we made up on the fly. Tyler Stevens won last month's GP, and we had 2 GPs, but one was later in the month. Then he got, Endurance. Then he won GP the next weekend. So that's 2 wins in 1 week. And between that, he set the indoor track record of that 25.26.
Yep.
So that is jokingly what we consider a triple count. Really, that's unrealistic because we don't run endurance and GP in the same week. So it's a rare thing.
Yeah, exactly. As we go back to on-track action, thanks, David. So Tyler Stevenson's going to be a name to look out for because he is the guy giving these top runners a run for their money. Track record, an endurance win, and a GP win all within a week of each other. That's quite spectacular.
Heck yeah.
Jason and Rachel are with me here in the booth, and they are working on the instant replay. Is it working or no?
Got it. Yeah, for some reason, did the file thing that happened to me last time, so it's all fixed.
Well,
just
that's
had to dig for him.
So there's Armand Deligny in the number 34 machine. He, of course, is jumping in here. You're
in shorts.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly for that.
Yeah. Armand sneaking in there, one of the last reserve spots available tonight. As you can tell, with 14 drivers, you pretty much got the whole field filled tonight. 28's our maximum. We had to turn away a couple drivers, but that means that if you are looking to run this race, you got to sign up early. The sign up on the website will reset sometime tomorrow, if not Thursday. Otherwise, the first priority is Armand is coming outside, and that's Adam. Otherwise, the priority goes to the people who are here tonight. Let's follow Adam as it comes around. That's the white helmet. Yep, right there. Adam Weaver in the number 3 machine. If you see a white cord flying at the back of the car tonight, that is, so we're on board with him. And so we've got, I don't know, we had an idea. We'll see if this works tonight. Instead of running battery power on the GoPros, we've actually tied the batteries into the car tonight.
Seems to work.
So far, so good.
Yeah. I don't have to run around in brakes and reset batteries and everything, so it's not bad.
We'll probably have to work on the cable management a little bit. As always, you got another on board with Katie Wise. Joseph Valentine, number 3 in the point standing. Marshall Miller jumping up to the top, 39-1. Almost 3/10, a little over 3/10 over Dom D'Angelo. And then we touched on Adam. And then we also have on board with that rookie leader, Gavin Patterson, which he is in the number 11 spot, 40.4 so far. There's Tyler Stevenson jumping into the number 3. Then Dom D'Angelo bests him. These guys are alternate back and forth, I think. So far, your top 7 in the 39s.
It's good to see people putting pressure on Marshall. I love it.
Marshall pretty much hasn't practiced any time in the last month. The last race he ran was endurance, I'm sorry, a GP a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
Dom D'Angelo, probably the similar thing as far as last race run was probably endurance. As Marshall goes purple. Let's pick him up on camera 1. He's about to head outside. He's got the pressure on Dom D'Angelo. Oh, sorry, 21, sorry, not the number 2. Marshall's picking up outside. I have to turn David's mic down a little bit more. So
I can actually get it from here.
Okay. Well, that'll get all the GoPros, though. Dom D'Angelo in the red helmet following closely behind Marshall Miller there in the overhead shot. Dom topping the boards in the purple. Does Marshall have anything on this lap for him? He's going to go across the timing line. No, does not best Dom D'Angelo. Dom now besting again in the number 2 machine, 38.2. Let's see if anybody else has anything as they come across the line. One last lap to go. White flag is going to fly from the track marshal, and then these are going to be your leaders there. So that's Dave and Sean, and I believe Alex.
Giovanni Blackerby jumping up to 2nd place.
Look at that, 38.7 from Giovanni. He has been moving up the points in these last couple rounds. Really taking advantage of reverse track tonight. Let's stay. Marshall Miller went across the finish line. No, does not best in the number 10.
Wow, so Dominic and then Giovanni, then Marshall.
And then that puts Tyler Stevenson, number 4, in the 39.2, very closely, followed by Armand, 39.249.
As Marshall shakes his head looking at the timing score.
Look at the separation of those the top 10, really.
Yeah, everybody in the 39s, except Mark Davis down there at a 40.6, so not far off.
They've almost encapsulated themselves from their qualifier into their finals, because this might be your 14 of 14. There's Dom in the bright red helmet down there. Tyler Stevenson in the blue one, exiting the car. Matching blue and blue and blue. That'll be easy to follow tonight. Marshall Miller with the Champions Club. He's only got a 4-point advantage over the field, so he can't lose these guys, or they can't lose him by very much. Those qualifiers go fast.
Yeah. I kind of like that about endurance, though. The qualies are fast, and then the racing, you get right to the racing.
Yeah. As Armand, Dom, and Marshall all mix it up there. And there's little Giovanni, the number 19 machine, carrying his own seat.
Dominic congratulating him.
Yeah.
Let's go, buddy. Phase me in.
Yes, David?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Wow. I was saying phase me in.
Oh,
How cool was that?
that was awesome. I heard you cheering through here without your microphone.
Yeah, I know. I get loud.
So tell us.
Somebody's got to cheer when things happen.
Yeah, tell us the scoop. What's going on?
For one, I'm very proud of Giovanni, obviously.
Yeah.
Sneaking it in right there at the end. Dominic and Marshall, not real surprised. However, that's going to be a great start to this race. I guarantee it.
Tyler Stevenson, probably the biggest gap between 3 and 4.
He's kicking himself. He doesn't run. He told me tonight he doesn't run reverse very often.
Yeah.
And with the boost button, that makes it a little bit difficult. But I don't know if that's an excuse, because he did win the last time we did this.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's the reason we run reverse, just to mix it up, make it challenging.
he's going to have a lot to work with, considering Armand will be starting behind him. I'm pretty sure this is the way the race is going to line up, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm going to have you talk to Jason for a second, because I got to come right back.
Oh, good. So can I just keep talking?
Go for it. Second qualifier. Dude, I've said like 5 things tonight. The second qualifier, I think, is going to line up the start of the race, the start of the aiming.
You're in aiming. Hey, guys. All right, if I gave you, not you, you're in the race. I can't ask you. If I gave you $20 and told you where to put your money on this race, where would it be?
Dominic.
You think Dom's going to win?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I got it. He's got it.
You're only saying that because he's standing right next to us.
No.
Here, let me not turn my back to the camera. How about you, Jake Ryan?
I'm going with Giovanni.
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 Not saying that because he's standing right behind me, is he?
No, I didn't even know he was there. I'm going with Giovanni because
Kid will hurt you. He can
watched
kidney punch. I watched.
I watched him in his 2 previous races before the qualifier, and he's on a rail out there.
On a rail. What do you think about that, Giovanni? What do you think?
Good.
Is that it?
Good.
Man, a few words.
I'm glad somebody believes me.
Oh, we believe in you, buddy.
I know.
I want you to go out there and win.
If he wins,
I got a way you can. I got a way you could fight with Dominic if you wanted to know about it. It's a secret though. I can't tell you on stream. I can't tell you. I got to go ask other people where they put their money. Good luck. Good luck, buddy. Hey, Maine.
Good deal.
Hey, Maine. What do you think?
That's good, I guess. Now I can really get my ass kicked.
Fighting with the big boys now.
All right.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. What are we doing?
Yeah, while we cover that, I want to talk to the audience a little bit about the throttle. I know it sounds very exciting, but
Let's do it.
these kind of things interest me, so you have to put up with it.
Ooh.
Booth. There we go.
Electronic throttle.
Yeah, so this is going to fall down, but this is the throttle sensor on the car. And the reason I wanted to show it to you is because I want to talk about an improvement that we've been working on for a very long time. And the upgrade is finally complete. So the field, basically this is what hooks in, and then the sensor sits like this. And this is the off position, which is straight up and down. And then as you press the throttle, then it pulls forward. Well, this is a pretty sensitive electronic, and the throw of the pedal is only about that far. We wish it was like this far, because Rachel's sitting over here. She drives the cars a lot, and it kind of feel better if you had some more variability in the throttle.
So it actually feels like a throttle.
One of the biggest problems that arriving drivers have is when they get in here and they press the throttle for the first time. I mean, this is like half throttle for them, and then they slow down, and then they accelerate and everything. The reason this is important, the reason I wanted to show it to you guys, is because we had to go through a tuning process. This is all new to me, and I had to learn this, but not all the throttle sensors were the same, which means that some of the cars, as we tuned them over the course of the last 8 months, were not getting potentially full throttle. And the more we tested them, the more we realized that, hey, like the wiper like this is not the same as the wiper like this. I know you can barely see that I moved it. So we've adjusted every single car in the fleet to be, this is neutral, and then what we call 4 volts to register on the car to make sure that when the pedal hits the stops, it registers the same voltage on every single car every single time. It actually pulls a little bit further than that. It's 4.1 volts. And the adjuster on that is a little threaded pipe that ties into the mechanism. And we can basically turn that turnbuckle, half a turn, full turn, whatever, to get this exactly where we need it to go. So hopefully the drivers appreciate that kind of stuff, because that's what we're all about here. When we say competition karting, we try to make stuff competitive.
As close as humanly possible between the karts. I mean, look at the qualifying times. Or hundredths difference. Not too many places I have seen arrive and drive karting where you can get in a kart and compete that close with other people.
It was just really interesting to see that the manufacturer didn't have them all calibrated. Interesting is a kind word to say, I guess, because obviously it matters. I mean, if you can't get the car to full throttle, then you can't guarantee that all the cars are the same, but during the testing, that was very evident. So what was that comment?
It's another upgrade to make the karts beyond the best arrive and drive karts.
Oh, the other thing, too, is the computer has multiple modes for that throttle sensor. So you can, for instance, if you had a different model of throttle, it accepts 4 or 5 different models, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we found out that Model 1 was the one that was programmed into the computer, but it wasn't the best response. So I've actually changed it to throttle Type 2, which gives you it's a little bit more linear control. Not a lot, but it's a little bit. The drivers probably never even noticed it. We made that change over the last couple months here, but just trying to do everything we can to try to give you that pedal feel as much as possible.
Awesome. Always improving. So this will be the B main. Do we know who's in the B main yet? Who made the cut? Because we know most of the first qualifier that went out is going to be in this group. But I know the cut's going to be very close in the 40s, right? So
the very end of the qualifier is, of the A main is Alex Eckelberry, Gavin, and Aaron. But then in the B main, we're going to start with Dave Patterson, followed by Jackson, and then Garrett Hagerman, Colin Gullett, and Mark Davis.
Cool.
We'll get their names on the board here before they start that race.
Aaron just barely made it in, driving all the way to driving all the way from Michigan just to make it in the bottom of the A main. Worth it.
Well, at least he gets to watch the B main tonight.
Yep.
Obviously, we know that the top 3 are Dom D'Angelo, Giovanni, and Marshall Miller. Tyler and Armand finish out your top 5 qualifiers. Adam Weaver stick it in there at the 6th spot. PJ Mannypenny, and guess who is our number 7?
Katie Wise. Oh boy,
she's in the A main tonight. Following close behind, Joey Valentine. So he is 3rd in the points, tied for Tyler, but he'll be starting behind the Bull.
So who do we have on boards with for this race? I think that's updated now.
Oh, thank you. On board with Garrett.
On board with Garrett, Scott Angerman. We got you covered.
Ask and G shall receive. Number 2, Alan Reichers. Number 3, Mark Davis. GoPro and a GoPro. And number 4, Xander Carson. Good mix throughout the field. Look at David giving out pointers to all the drivers.
Re-explaining the throttle.
I told him when we got
They're finishing charging the qualifying cars, I believe.
I told him when we got out, I'm like, dude, you're an A main and I'm in B.
Awesome.
Like, he's the last in A and I'm...
They'll direct us where we need to be, though.
Cameraman Drew is not with us tonight.
Aw.
However, we have second best or closely tied. We have Dylan, who's David's dedicated cameraman tonight.
Right?
He's here.
What was that, David?
I said, at least Dylan's here.
I know.
That makes him number 1 cameraman.
You got a strategy?
We won't talk about how upset we are at Drew for ditching us.
I know.
Yeah, Dylan, make sure you give him a thumbs up every once in a while, you know, when they talk about you. Who's outside? I don't remember his name.
Oh, Nate's outside.
Nate's outside. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
don't
you
wanna
for
forget
your
about Nate.
service, Nate.
Yes, thank you. Nate.
You're out there freezing your butt off.
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
40 degrees or something out there now?
Thank you
And-
for your service, Nate.
Out there all by himself, just
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at the track, under the lights.
So what's the story here, guys?
B-main story?
B-main story.
That's a tough one to put together.
B-main's usually the most fun, though.
There's a lot
It's
of
the
new
most
names.
fun to
though.
watch.
There's a lot of new names. So
I was
who
just
knows?
talking to Mr. Patterson here. Apparently, you made it back here, but your kid skimmed his way into A-main. Oh,
Hair.
just by a hair?
Just by a hair.
Oh, man. He beat you, though. So he's the reason you're down here. Grounded.
He was following my line.
He's grounded. He was following your line. Oh, okay, so you're taking responsibility. That's what I'm hearing. Oh. All right, good luck.
Looks like
Take
they're
him,
gonna let 'em roll.
take him down.
Perfect.
Jeez, they're flying.
One warm-up lap confirmed by the track staff. So everybody will go out, hang a hard right, do a full lap, and then line up on the grid.
I reminded everybody when they do their pit stop, make sure they come out, they turn right.
Looks like we got a glove on track back there.
Ooh.
Back in the carousel.
Huh.
Dave Patterson just ran it over, I think.
This is the exit right here as they turn right. Don't want anybody to go straight tonight.
No. Exit the pits, go head on.
Yep.
And there's the glove.
Oh, there you go. Right,
Xander ran it over.
right on the racing line. This corner is tricky, especially cold. It's going to be interesting to see these guys traverse that.
Yeah, can't wait.
Off camber, cold track. Equals lots of fun.
Oh, lining up on this side of the starting line. So there's no...
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, they're just holding them up and
Yeah.
lining them up. Got it. That makes sense.
Random card assignments as always, so they're letting the drivers come out and sort themselves. The key is they got to get across the timing line though, because we don't want them to trigger a lap yet. But Xander is next to last. I'm not sure where he's going yet.
He's just rerouting himself to first. Yep, he is. Look at that. Pole position for Xander. Don't run Jacob over. Well, if he spins the cart around and goes the other direction, he's last, so...
Is this isn't Xander, is it? It's Dave.
That's
So
Dave?
Somebody's got the wrong car number.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Oh yeah, this is 22, guys. If you could update that to Dave Patterson, please. There we go. That makes more sense why he's the pole sitter. Here we go, guys. Here's your Garrett camera. Looking at the back of number 27, Jackson Christak. There you go for your fans.
Always good to have fans in the chat.
I don't think this group is as talkative as the A-Man usually is.
No.
Dead silent.
I know. Super focused.
Yeah.
rear bumper on the line.
Yep.
Yep, everybody's rear lined up, ready to go.
Get your rear lined up.
That's it. I always had trouble doing that. Last couple of checks. Track staff making sure everybody's exactly on that line. Dave got a little jump on it, 6 inches or so.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse in the chat wishing everyone good luck. Jump in the chat. We are live tonight. We will interact with you. If you shoot us a message, we'll try to get with it. We've got Rachel Hart actually up here, retired from the Endurance Series, handling the instant replay and chat for us tonight. So I've got a loaded job, which is just watching the screens and mixing the volumes, which is not bad.
Talking.
I know, filling dead air sometimes. But yeah, I'm excited for this B main. There are a lot of names that I'm not familiar with, so it's always good to mix it up. When you first start out here, you get thrown into a group, and if that's what I love about endurance. You're going to race with people with similar skill levels as you, and I guarantee you will get faster.
We'll be ready for the leaders to hit the outside track almost immediately as the yellow lights are flashing. As soon as the scoreboard starts, we'll have a 30 minutes on the clock. Remember, drivers have to pit one time tonight. It is their option, but they are running boost tonight, so they're going to use that into their strategies just a little bit to try to utilize as much boost as possible. So I don't expect to see people boosting or pitting very early, but we'll see. And off they go. It's the B main, round number 4, Endurance League at K1 Speed Canton. Dave Patterson leads the field. Jackson Christak closely behind, followed by Garrett Hagerman, the G-Man, as they call him in the chat.
Slick tires. Dave slid halfway through that turn.
If you're just joining us, temperature outside is right around 40 degrees, so warming up the car tires is a little tricky tonight. You're coming from the nice, comfortable 68 degrees inside and hitting the cold track outside.
Scott, what is your usual temperature for cutoff on the outdoor track? I guess, James, it would be...
right around 45-ish.
Yeah, depending. The leagues sometimes have gone pretty cold, but not usually. I think, yeah, 45. You know, if it's 60 during the day and it drops down slowly at night, maybe a little longer, but for arrive and drive, usually close it up.
Yeah, it does depend upon the day and what the day looks like. So if it's only going to get up to 40 but drop down to 30, then we don't open it up. So
no, the heating bill would be huge.
Yeah, the days are limited on that. As you see, the battle between first, second, and third, followed by a gap, and then you've got a couple guys back there who are going to go across the timing line. That's Mark Davis, Colin Gollett, and they're going to swap positions. Mark has now got past
Elias. Yeah.
Thank you. Dave Patterson leading the field in the number 22 machine. Let's follow on board with Mark Davis. He's going to try to make up some ground now that he's got that that number 4 behind him. He set the fastest lap so far, the 40 seconds. We'll see those times drop as time goes on. A whole bunch of traffic out here on the outside, giving each other a little bit of bumps as they go through. Up against the wall and...
trying to make that good, clean pass.
Trying to follow some of the helmets that we're trying to learn here. Matt Berger in the yellow number 20 machine. And number 9, Ethan Hoops.
Ethan looked on the inside for a second, but got immediately shut out.
Yeah, they're coming outside right now. Going to hit that right-hander. Let's pick up these guys outside. They're coming through right there. Bumper to bumper.
Yeah, that outside switchback is really tough when your tires are still warming up.
Ethan and Allen mixing it up, and they're trying to catch up a little bit to Colin Gollett. He's in the black shirt, driving the number 7 machine. He's coming right by you. Dylan. They just went in the carousel, Dylan.
Oop, there we go.
There you go. Colin looks like he's going to make a pass on the number 20 machine as they head outside, side by side. Here's that tricky right-hander. Is he going to keep it under control? Yes. Heavy braking. Oh, as the number 9 goes outside, hits the barrier, and he's going to lose that spot as well. I think that's going to put Colin on the hunt here, but very close as they round in that tricky turn 4. You got maximum speed hitting the indoor track, and you have to be careful. Go ahead and follow them, Dylan. They're coming across the timing line. Nope. Right there. You have to be careful on the number 4 turn. We call that number 4 because that's the standard direction, but it's right underneath the scoreboard. You have maximum speed from the outdoor track, and then it's a what would you say the degree is there? You got to turn.
Sharp.
Yeah, follow the number 20 there as he comes underneath you of Matt Berger and Colin Gullett.
Yeah, it's almost a 90-degree switchback.
Those guys are coming inside right there. Yep. Got any interesting replays for us yet?
Not yet.
No, pretty good start.
Everybody's been pretty clean.
The G-Man up in the number 2, 39.7. Purple is the fastest lap of the race so far. As you follow the number 20 of Matt Berger. Colin Gullett, increasing his speed and picking up some pace. I think that's why we see him in the battle. Now the orange shirt of Colin Garrett, back up to the leaders behind Dave Patterson.
Garrett Hangerman's still with the fastest lap of the race.
He's going to give Dave a run for his money, that's for sure.
Heartbreaking there. Nice little bump.
I like the line that they took. Oh, Garrett's going to take a look on the inside. He's going to have enough room, and he's going to take the spot from Dave.
That's a great passing zone.
Yep, here comes that turn 4 we just talked about. That tricky right-hander. Good control. That's part of the reason his lap time looks so good is the control going into 4. Hold this nice and tight. Don't go all the way out too far. You want to enter mid-track, and then we exit right there on the right-hand side barrier. That's a good lap there from Garrett. Even though he was battling with Dave, gave him the 39-second lead, or 30 seconds. We actually have on board from Dave, so you can see. Garrett now pulling out a handy lead. 1.7 seconds last time by the timing line.
Good clean in the racing so far. Everybody making really good passes.
Yep, we'll follow the leaders 31 as he comes outside.
I think you have a good shot at picking up a lot of places.
Trying to open a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, Jackson was keeping the car under control there. That's a little bit of a slide, but he's not under too much pressure from behind from Mark Davis just yet. And if we look on board from Mark Davis, you can see that the gap is, well, about 3.3 seconds.
Yeah. Matt Berger going purple, 39.7, fastest lap of the race so far.
Let's look at the line that Mark takes through here. Ends it outside to the left, pushes through 4, enter mid-track. That's pretty good through there. Off the brake, no brake whatsoever. Back on the throttle. Do a quick release as you round the reverse of turn 1. Back on the throttle. Turns it a little tight coming out of the exit there. You might be losing a little bit of speed, but otherwise a good line, especially through the reverse 1, 2, 3. And if you search for Mark Davis, I think K1 Racer on YouTube, you'll be able to see this video probably within a couple days.
Yeah.
He posts all his videos, so
the onboard of the onboard.
Yeah. Mark Davis, a regular for the Endurance Series, so always good to have him.
He's improved quite a bit since he started coming.
I think so. I think it won't be too long. We'll see him in the A-mains in these races.
Yeah, I agree.
And we'll probably have him in the chat on the A-main, too. He's usually following us as well.
Yeah.
Back on board with Garrett. who's now your race leader, pulling out a significant gap to Dave Patterson, 1.9 seconds so far. Jackson hanging in there with the number 3 spot.
So most of these people were qualified somewhere in the 40 to 43 second range. Everybody running, now the slowest lap I've seen so far was a 41.7, but everybody running 39s. I've seen a lot of 39s pop up, so everybody getting warmed up, used to the track, running a good race. Jackson going purple.
Yeah, especially Jackson showing why he's the leader of the Rookie Series.
39.6.
I mean, this is the shot. They're going to be coming inside. Here's your leaders. There's what the gap looks like from overhead. Jackson driving the number 27 pace car. He's got the 12 Hours of Canton livery. Jason, any news on that, or are we going to hold off a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we got 20 minutes left in the race, so why not? Everybody's got a pretty good gap. Not too many significant battles on track. Maybe a little bit right here with kart 27.
Coming outside.
Yeah, so the 12 Hours of Canton is returning March 17th, 2025. So if you, 15th, March 15th.
Oh, I said the 17th. That was my fault. Sorry.
I went after that. 14th, March 14th. Wow, we're all
whatever.
wrong.
We'll get the day figured out somewhere.
Yeah, competitionkarting.net. Competitionkarting.net is where you want to go for updates, and follow us, Competition Karts, on Instagram. That is your most immediate updates as Garrett goes purple 39.444. So he's just out there turning laps. We are going to be going live with our signups for
Coming
the
outside.
12 Hours of Canton this Friday at 6 p.m. So this Friday at 6 p.m.
Leaders right there. Yep, there you go.
Is your chance to get in on the 12 Hours of Canton here at K1 Speed Canton. Brought to you
Leaders
by
are coming in.
Competition Karting. So jump on all of our socials. Make sure you follow us. Not sure we're going to be doing it live on YouTube this year. We'll see. But definitely check us out and sign up if you're interested in the 12 Hours of Canton. Get in there to win cash prizes and race against some of the fastest racers in the country. Do travel, one of them racing
Garrett's
tonight.
coming outside, guys.
To the 12 Hours of Canton.
Yep, Garrett's going to come up on a little bit of lap traffic here. As I saw, I don't know if that was the number 5 of Kyle who went wide there, but Garrett's going to be battling him.
Brake check into turn 4.
That's the trick of the turn 4. You can see how easy it is to get the car kind of sideways and jumping around. A very delicate balance there. Garrett's going to move right by him with a little bit of a nudge, maybe.
Make your own blue flag.
Go out there and hit a boost every freaking corner and just go for like a 38.5. You know, try and get the fastest lap from where you are, wherever you are in the field.
Yeah, the 12 Hours of Canton won't be necessarily on the outdoor circuit, but it is very similar in this to this race because we'll basically use this as a training field.
Yeah.
There's Garrett right there.
Yep, teams. So minimum 2 drivers. Recommend 2 to 6 drivers on a team. And yeah, it's this times 12.
On the indoor track.
On the indoor track.
Yep. Now we got Jackson, who's battling with the lap traffic. They'll make an easy pass. One of the things about running the Endurance Series, though, is if you get behind somebody who's quicker, it's a great opportunity to add some laps underneath your belt and follow the faster drivers. Or just learn how to hang on, basically.
Yeah.
There's Garrett coming in.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good gap, even through the lap traffic.
I don't believe we don't have any pit stops yet. David, do you have any intel on us yet? Any pit stops? Oh,
Talking to me now?
Speaking of which, there we go. That was our first pit stop.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Somebody just walked up to me and said they could hear me on stream.
Yeah, I got you turned a little bit down.
Yeah. So apparently I was really loud. I was loud enough somebody could hear me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was talking strategy with Gavin. No, nobody has. Actually, you got one in the box right now.
We do, yeah.
Actually, this would be your second one, I believe, if the carts are actually in line the way they're supposed to be.
Okay.
This would be your second guy. Hopefully, he doesn't cause an accident. Okay, he's good. Clear. Yeah, I was talking to Gavin Patterson about what he'd tell his dad if he was going to get back in first, but
33.
he's falling down the list, it looks like.
2 more pit stops back to back.
33, that was Matt Berger, who was your last pit stopper. And then we've got, I know that's Colin down there, the number 7. He will switch over to the number 34.
Yeah, halfway point. That's not bad.
No. Burning up the boost, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing about running with boost is if you run out, you have to rely on being able to do it by yourself.
And that's where you'll see some of the time differentials in these guys as they run. You may, if somebody like Dave Patterson, there we go. Somebody like Dave Patterson is saving his boost for some reason, he might be able to, nick away at some of that gap later in the race. And
that's the other thing. If he stays out longer than the other two and still has boost left, he can run. He can run away with it.
Colin is going to come outside there. We'll pick him up. Obviously, that's going to sort him down to number 14, but we're now going to see the differentials between all the pit stoppers. We can tell Colin by the yellow headsock tonight kind of fluttering away.
Yeah, there's a lot of arrive and drive helmets trying to get used to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it hard, doesn't it?
A little bit.
What do you guys think the ultimate endurance strategy is for this? What do you think? What's your take?
I don't know. I think it's pretty straightforward. So let's
nothing in life is straightforward.
Hang on. Let's we were following Garrett. Let's check on Dave Patterson's. Follow him on board for a second. I think straightforward from the standpoint where about mid race you want to pit. I don't know, based on the field and how it's spaced out, I don't necessarily know that a early or late pit stop is going to benefit you, so you want to make sure you use your boost accordingly and maybe even them out.
I think if you were able to run a gap on the field, it would make a difference. We see Marshall do it quite a bit when he's in a groove. He'll run out a half a track gap and then take a pit because you're going to try to run that time, the time difference that you're in the pit on the track.
Driver to driver definitely changes up the scenario. I mean that's a given.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when they're spaced out like this and everybody's running very similar times, it's a very, whenever you take your pit halfway through or 3/4 of the way through, it's not going to matter too much with the gap times we have right now.
Now see, I was just kicking around ideas with Gavin Patterson because he's at the bottom of A main, I believe. And in that scenario, I would try to outlast everyone you could, which honestly my strategy of being sparing with the boost until you absolutely have to come in and just trying to be fast in the cart you have rather than, I mean, if you can be fast in the cart that you have without boost, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
Well, my advice to him was he's going to start behind a very clustered pack, I would say. And they're all probably going to try and use their boost. They're going to pile up. He's going to stay behind them and just last them out.
Mark Davis bumping the number 12. That's not going to give him good momentum as they round outside. This is a battle currently for position between
Oh boy,
Mark
you got
Davis
3 coming in the pits at the same
Matt
time.
Berger. Oh, all right.
3 in the pits. That's something to talk about.
Well, they will only have 2 timers, so one person will get messed up.
Perfect scenario of why the timers are up on the TVs. You can see when 2 people are in the pits because now this third guy's got to wait.
Yeah, this is the number 14 of Austin Leslie, back there in the number 10 spot. He can go ahead and swap his car, but he's going to have to wait a little bit longer. Number 10 machine will now belong in the middle there to Dave Patterson. That's going to be his new machine. As the number 3 is going to take off. So, is that 3 of Allen? Yep.
Yes.
Hey,
okay.
stop being bad at racing.
Let's follow the pit stops, guys. All right, so now they're going to restart pit stop timer 1. And that's going to hold up the new number 21.
Yeah, it's definitely a bummer strategy for coming in all at the same time.
That's okay, though. We'll see how he does.
Go. Get it.
Yeah, it was about a 10-second delay on that.
I got to say, you're considering that most of this race is first timers, we haven't had any wrecks coming out of the pit yet.
No, not yet. They're doing a pretty good job.
Oh, you got 2 more coming in.
Yep, somebody just dipped off. we got a lot of action here on the outdoor cameras. They're going to round the outside. That's your leader, Garrett Hagerman. Probably.
Oh, let's go.
As we switch over to the pit stops.
Oh, he made a pass.
Let's follow the on-track
Actually,
action.
that's traffic. Never mind.
Let's check out Mark Davis's onboard. Oh, okay. This is the lap traffic right here, trying to get by the number 12.
Yeah, 12 and 24 are both lap traffic. Or no, wait,
Yeah.
Mark is 24. So 33 and 12 are both lap traffic.
Those two timers are expired, so that's going to release the guys from the pits as Mark Davis battling with Matt Berger again. Oh, don't hit him sideways. Got to be careful on the brakes there. Mark going to go out wide. That's going to cost him time. So hitting the other driver, not helping your gap.
Yeah, definitely not.
Number 28 has just come in, Mr. Ethan Mast. So that's one more for your pit group. We got
All right, Ethan
four
Mast's count is
guys,
running.
4 guys left. 4 guys that haven't pit yet. I think that would be your 2 race leaders. And I don't know. I don't know who else.
We're watching this battle with 33, who's actually got the number 12. It's not, yeah, it is 4 positions between Adam, Matt, and Mark. Mark just keeps ramming the back of the number 33 machine. It's not going to help his momentum whatsoever. You can see the gap that 33 pulls out just because of that bump. He needs to hit the brakes just a little bit more coming through that double S's.
Oh,
that's gonna
there's another one.
mess you up too.
Yeah.
He throws up the hands, but that's something he needs to control there.
It's been happening throughout the field, though, with these leaders, and we've got a replay of Garrett getting into the same situation with whoever was in front of him.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, that was the shot. Was Mark behind that one? No, Mark was further back.
No, that was that group of 4 we saw coming inside. And same thing, if you lock your brakes up like that in a turn, even if you're trying to play defense, that person behind you has nowhere to go. And it turns into bumper cars.
Does that put us at Garrett being the last person to pit as you look on with Mark Davis?
That might be because it was number 9. So he's Ethan Hodge. Yeah, Ethan just came in. He's on his way out.
Let's pick up these guys outside. You got Mark Davis. Well, that's the number 31 of Garrett, but Mark Davis should be closely behind these guys. The number 24. Yep, there they go. They're coming in.
Looks like Dave Patterson's going to have a heck of a time trying to get back into first, considering Garrett has put such a big lead on everybody.
Yeah, he's got like a 30-second gap on everyone.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
going to have to be a long pit stop for Dave to catch up.
Yeah, minus the pit stop. I'm not sure what the delta is going in this direction, but it's he's definitely in the clear at 32 seconds, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
There they are outside.
Yeah, the onboard of Mark Davis is just nothing but riding the bumper.
Your 3 left to pit are Garrett. Who else did you say? Garrett, Adam and Kyle.
Oh. That's exactly what happens.
So number 31, number 12, and number 5.
Any sign of Garrett yet coming in the pits?
Nope. He's coming. He should be coming in the building right now.
Yeah, on board with Garrett now with a significant lead. Like David said, if he really botches a pit stop.
Now, see, here's the question. Does he have any boost left? Because he's still running. Well, that last lap was a 40.3. Let's see what he does this time. He has to be out of boost, if anything, or he was smartly using it sparingly. Let's see. So that was a 39.7. So if I had to hazard a guess, he's probably out, or maybe he thinks he's got a couple more.
I would guess.
If he's saving a few in the chamber, I mean, you got 7.5 minutes left.
I think he's playing a good strategy, though. He doesn't have any pressure in front, so he's not going to be running up any lap traffic anytime soon, so he doesn't have to pit.
Yeah.
Well, where did Garrett start? He started third? Is that right?
Second.
All right, so he started in second,
I'm
got
sorry.
David.
You're
No,
right.
he was-
You're right. You're third.
Okay,
Yep.
so he started in third. He got Patterson and I don't
Jackson.
remember, and Jackson. and then he let them fight and just ran away from them. So that's a great strategy to have if you're in that situation. If you're not, and you just kind of got to run with it, and those guys are sticking with you, that's a heck of a different ballgame.
I just noticed as he
Oh, Garrett's coming in. Your race leaders come in the pits.
All right, here we go. Let's follow the pit stops. And this will be for the lead to make sure that he maintains it. I was just watching his onboard as he came around the turn 1 spot there, and he kind of scrubbed just a little bit, and they put a 41-second lap time on the board.
I was going to say, keep an eye on Dave Patterson. He's crossing the timing line right now. So we'll see where he comes out. Dave Patterson's being held up by the number 2 machine.
We have on board with him, actually. We can see where he's going to be.
By the time Garrett's out of the pits, it'll be 6 minutes to go, and 6 minutes with 15 fresh boosts and a fresh cart.
Yeah, Dave Patterson's just rounding outside now. So
yeah, I don't see Garrett losing the position, and he's probably going to end up at the end of this race with the number 1 spot.
He's going to scrub the tires in the pit lane, and as he comes out, where does that put Dave?
Dave is 2 turns behind him.
Plenty of gap. Absolutely.
Yep.
7
Cross
seconds,
timing line now.
6.5 seconds to number 2. So
yeah, I think that's a pretty safe lock in. He's pretty locked
outside.
in.
We're following Garrett Hagerman, who's in the orange shirt. He should be coming outside, guys.
Now, where is your 3rd place, James?
Jackson's sitting 7 seconds behind Dave, so he's probably mixed up in this.
Yeah.
But Garrett, now that he's completed the pit stop, has some lap traffic in front of him as he slides sideways just a little bit. Now, the 6.5 seconds, it's going to take a while for Dave to eat that away, but we're just going to see if that changes because of the number 6 and the number 15 in front of him.
All right, so your 36, your number 3 spot's actually crossing the line right now. He's actually only 1 carousel away from
Pick up
Dave
Garrett
Patterson.
Outside. Guys, there we go, following the leaders. Garrett trying to weave his way through, and they're going to let him through. All is fair. Number 15 and 6 go side by side. And if we check his onboard, we see plenty of track space right in front of him, so no problem getting past those guys. It's just going to have under 5 minutes remaining in this B main. Yeah, that scrubbing right there at turn 1 is what's costing him a little bit. 40.8 in that last lap. If he can smooth out turn 1 and reverse, he'll be able to pick up a half a second.
Who's got the fastest lap so far in the race? Is it Garrett?
Check down through here. Yes, 39.444. Dave Patterson's second fastest, 39.9. Sorry, scratch that. Second fastest is Jackson with a 39.6. Then Dave with a 39.9. At this point, fans of the G-Man, things are looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Not much to hold him up at this point. Scott Hagerman saying G-Man is the best out there. Absolutely.
Fastest of the B main.
We usually finish these right around the 41, 42 lap mark, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Time will expire, and then the flying lap will count. So the leader just needs to get past the timing line before the clock hits 0. Whoa, now we got lots of traffic. Looks like that was Colin in the 34.
Yeah, whatever happened in turn 1 there.
Yeah, bottled them up. Let's see, is there outside? Let's got Garrett in the orange. He's the leader.
Out of all that traffic.
looking at the number 34, Colin.
Now everybody's bunched back up again.
Yep. So much for having that clear track space, huh?
Yeah, once he gets around him, though, it'll be a little better.
That's where that turn in turn 1. Oh, I was going to say it was going to help him catch up a little bit, but he didn't. All right, so he's going to hold the carousel nice and tight. That'll allow Colin to squeeze in right behind him. Outside to follow. Oh, gets turned sideways.
Lapper says, I want that position back.
The the gap now between first and second down to 3.1 seconds. Cut it in about half with that traffic.
Yeah, lap traffic will always throw a wrench in these endurance races. If there's not a clean way through, you can really lose a lot of time working your way through it.
Check up on Alan Rikers just to see how his race is progressing. He's a couple laps down, but he's still hanging in there. And then Mark Davis, we haven't seen him for a couple minutes.
Mark's been holding his own in this race. One of the replays was with him. He's just battling it out with everyone, getting his space.
Especially the battle with Mark.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, with Matt. It looks like they've got several seconds in between them now for all those bumps and grinds that were happening earlier in the race. So.
Yep.
Check out this lap. This group of cars coming outside. That's the number 12. And who else we got? So that's Adam Hoops. And that's the number 36. Jackson.
Squeezing his way through.
Yeah, your third place guy, Jackson. Good control to turn 4.
I was literally about to say that. I'm kind of impressed watching all these drivers go through turn 4 bottled up like that they're able to control the car that well. Ooh,
he's going to push number 6 to the outside. I don't think he saw them here at all.
No, that was a pinball effect. Got squeezed on one side, bounced the cart to the other.
Under 30 seconds remaining in this B main. You're joining us from K1 Speed in Canton, Ohio. This is Arrive and Drive Racing in the Endurance League. We'll have the A main following these guys. It's just kind of interesting. There's your leader, Garrett, who handily has the field under control. And if we zoom back just a little bit, there's that group of 4 cars who were just battling it out for fun, I guess.
Garrett didn't catch the white flag on that lap, so he's going to have one more lap before the white flag flies.
That's Eli, Xander, and Ethan, right?
Yep. The pinball machine there.
Oh, 15's going to
squeezing them out.
Look in the inside, but not be able to make it.
Personally, I know that turn. Don't do that move.
That's right. All right, we better check with your leader, Garrett Hagerman, as time has expired. There's Dave in the black helmet back there. 5.4 seconds. He kind of picked that up. He's going to pick up the white flag. Don't celebrate too early yet. Still got 1 lap to go, but everything looking good for him tonight.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good lead.
Oh, he's turning sideways in the outdoor.
Just having fun at this point. Ooh, Matt
Berger.
Stealing the fastest lap.
The last 39.4.
Last lap burner right there.
We have 2 cars that did not pit, apparently. Fortunately, that'll be a DNF, but the G-Man will cross the checkered flag, winning the B-Main tonight as he celebrates victoriously in the number 19 machine. That'll be some good points for him in the championship standings for sure.
Yeah, great job. A lot of traffic he had to work through.
Like we said, Matt Berger sneaking in that fastest lap of the race. Now, overall, the fastest lap of the 2 heats will get 2 bonus points added to the total round, but we'll have to see who ultimately is faster. They'll have to beat, what was the time? 39?
39.3?
39.4.
39.4.
4.3, yeah.
Rachel says, is there a penalty if you don't pit stop? Yes, there is.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one, unfortunately, and that's a DNF. So
sometimes you're just in the heat of the moment, though, and you forget.
Yeah. And our man on the ground is right there with the pumpkin head sock, none other than the G-Man.
I wouldn't even think I was going to get a fast lap, but that penalty. He swiped it right all over the place.
David, you got the winner. So
yes, sir.
Congratulations to Garrett.
Glad.
Once he gets his head
Garrett.
sock off, get an interview for his fans.
You got a lot of fans in the chat, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I guess I do. I mean, people like to watch, I guess. I mean, I don't really know.
Sorry, I need to grab burger too. Yeah, dude, that was a heck of an effort. You started third place, right?
Yep.
Walk me through what happened when you passed this guy, because he was sleeping apparently.
So I could tell when we got into the S's back there, he really sent it too hard and braked too hard. So I just waited, and boom, I just sent it on the inside, going around the outside, and it just used my boost, and that's all that really was. And I just kept my lead, and yeah.
When did you run out of boost? That's the pending question here. Is when did you run out of boost?
I think in my first kart, I still had 1 or 2 boosts left, about 10 minutes, but the kart was really slowing down. I mean, I was dropping lap times 2 or 3 seconds, and it was so I knew I had to pit. But yeah.
See, we were talking strategy up here, and if you're fast in the kart without the boost, you can be sparing with it, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, if you got a good car and you're fast with it, you can definitely just stay with it and try to pull a lead. So when you pit, you come out first, and that's what I did here. And yeah,
dude, heck of an effort, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Who else you got, David? Yeah, Matt with the last lap burner stole the fastest lap of the race.
Dude, fastest lap of the race.
On the last lap.
Check it out. So Garrett with a 39.444.
Okay.
Look down to you, 39.438.
39.438.
So you snuck it in right there at the end. That's points, my friend.
Well,
you
I'll
get
tell you
extra.
what.
You get extra points for that.
I'll tell you where these points came from. It was the rental sock and the rental helmet today. Okay.
James appreciates that.
I think it gave me an extra few horsepower out there on the track coming into that left-hander off the straightaway. The rental helmet. I think the competitors saw the rental helmet and they said, "Oh, this guy's nothing." And the next thing you know, I'm throwing down the fastest lap of the day. So.
Now you got to buy your own.
Of the race.
Now you got to buy your own.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
Just use the rental once.
But yeah, first time out here, never done this before. So I'll tell you what, the hoodie was not the move though. I am sweating.
Sweating your butt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dude, we said it was going to be cold, but apparently, I mean, you get out there and you get into it, right?
Yeah, trust me, going out of those garage doors is the best part of the race because you actually get some airflow, you get a cool down, and you come right back in and you're back in the heat.
Did you have a fog issue, like changing temperatures by any chance?
No, it wasn't too bad. I had my visor cracked right down at the bottom, so I had a nice steady airflow going in there. I think that
Good technique.
Really brought home the fast lap in that one for sure.
When did you pit?
Right in about the middle of the race.
Right about the middle?
Yeah, I kept looking up at the clock, and I noticed that only one guy was in there, so I was able to kind of sneak in.
So how quickly did you go through the boost?
I'll tell you what. I was pretty conservative with it. Anytime that I wanted to get up to a pack in front of me, that's when I used it the most, was to get up to the pack. And then once you're in the pack, the boost really doesn't do you a whole lot of good because you're kind of getting slammed from the front, from the back. I'll tell you what, though, it was a brutal race out there.
Yeah, dude, there was a lot of good fights going on out there.
Yeah, I was part of a lot of those fights. I was getting hit from the side, the front, the back, my head slammed into the steering wheel, but it was all clean. It was good.
Good thing you were wearing a rental helmet.
Yeah, exactly. No,
I was going to
harm, no
tell you
foul.
to ask him about that battle with Mark Davis. Did he know there was Mark behind him?
Do you know which one Mark Davis is?
I have absolutely no idea who that is.
Be this guy in the Nike behind you. They want to know about your battle with him.
What cart was he?
That was
I
the
don't
cart
know.
that was hitting him from
I'll
behind.
tell you what, I
It
battled
was,
so many.
it was a cart that was hitting you from behind actively.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one. I'll tell you what, there was a cart in front of me that I was hitting from the behind, and then I kept getting hit from the behind. So every time I got hit from the behind, I would just hit the guy in front of me from behind.
Good strategy.
I was just in one giant sandwich out there.
James, you were just telling me the other day you love bumper cars.
It was bumper cars. I'll tell you what though, for $75, you can't beat that. That was a heck of a lot of fun.
That's a heck of an endorsement.
A lot of track time out there. I think I've been here one other time, maybe ever, and
Second time here, already winning B mains.
what can I? Well, I got fourth. It was just
Fourth?
a fast lap. Just a fast lap.
Oh, sorry. You still get extra points for that.
I'm a step off the podium, but I'll tell you what, might have to come back. We'll have to bring some other people.
I hope
too.
you do.
Yeah. We'll
Well,
bring some more
hey,
people.
we got obviously endurance is every third Sunday, right?
Okay.
You also have GP every first Sunday.
Oh,
that's a
don't know what
different.
that
That's
is,
a
but
different,
okay.
and it's a different format, but it's all racing.
All right.
And if you set the fastest lap in a qualifier, man, you lead the race and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be nice. The 5 laps I had at the beginning of today was I couldn't throw a fast lap out there. The rental helmet was.
You got it in there right there at the end, though.
I know.
So you made up for it.
All right, we're good though. We're good. I'll tell you what though, my hands were hurting.
That's a common thing.
Yeah,
You might need to get some gloves.
Yeah, I had some gloves, my moto gloves. I had arm pumps.
Oh,
out there,
nice.
out the wazoo there, so.
Well, dude, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate
Happy
it.
to have you. Hope you come back, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll talk to you some more.
We'll be back. Thank you so much.
What you guys think? Anybody else you want to talk to? Anybody else?
Who else is down there?
I don't know.
Who
Who
else
do you
is
want? Who do you
available?
want to talk to?
Mark Davis is right there.
Hey,
right?
Mark, you want to talk? All right, Mark will come in here.
And
One of them will get you.
while he's coming out here, it's worth noting, I don't know if you heard on the off mic, but the gap for the fastest lap was .006. So it was 6 thousandths between him and Garrett.
All right, say that one more time. What was the gap?
For the fastest lap was 6 thousandths.
The fastest lap, the gap between Garrett and
Matt,
the guy who just ran, the guy who slipped it in at the last second, was
6 thousandths.
6 thousandths of a second.
Yep.
It was that close.
Anyway, just worth noting.
What do you think?
I don't even. That's really close. That's like.
That's like why, right?
Yeah.
How was his
Why
bumper
why
cars?
would you sneak in there like that?
I don't know.
Dude, they were watching you pretty hard all race. You were doing great out there. A lot of good fights.
Yeah, I got. The first cart was really good, but it started like dying, and then the second cart was really slippery. So.
Pretty clear indication you need a new one, right?
Yeah.
It's good when they tell you, right? Like you don't have to try and guess.
Yeah.
When did you run out of boost? I keep asking guys this. How quickly did you run out of boost?
Probably the first 5 minutes.
First 5 minutes? What?
I don't know.
That's not conservative, Mark.
Yeah.
Did your grandpa tell you to do that?
Yeah.
He's listening.
Probably.
Okay. Other than that, I mean, did you have fun at least?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Anybody you really want to fight with again?
Uh.
I asked him if anybody he really wants to fight with again.
Not really.
No? No bumper cars?
Is he going to join us in the chat for the A-main?
Are you going to join us in the chat for the A-main? Do you want to talk?
Yeah.
You want to go up? Do you want him to come upstairs?
Well, I was thinking like the chat.
No, he always.
Oh.
Chat.
Yeah, you're gonna get on your computer and
Oh yeah, that's what
and heckle from the chat.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. Well, dude, congratulations. Good job.
Thank you.
Try again next month.
Yeah.
He started 5th and he finished 5th. So
You started
good
5th and
job.
finished 5th.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he held a spot. It was good.
Good. All right, boys.
Cool. So now we got the A-main coming up.
You remember our strategy? Yeah. Good. Apparently everybody on chat can
We've
hear
got
it.
our pit reporter giving people strategy.
Pit strategy is a big thing.
Rachel, any interesting replays?
Pit strategy is a huge thing in these races, so we've been talking about it. I had to tell him because he's running dead last, and he's going to get whatever card he gets. Oh, not dead last. Sorry.
All I see is markers over here. I look to the screen. There's markers
Okay,
everywhere.
well, I told you what you need to do.
So we
keep
got
that
a
in mind.
couple replays we'll throw at you.
Mark, yeah, trying to get past the number 12 machine.
Would not let him have it.
No. Oh, side by side. And then he just, wow, 12 just really carried the momentum through there.
Yeah.
I think that was Adam. Adam Hoops was was a lap down, so it was a lap marker there. So
Yeah. Sometimes tough to get through that lap traffic.
there's Katie Wise on screen. She just left. And then we'll have Aaron there as well. Again, your top finishers for the A-main tonight, it'll be Dom D'Angelo sitting on the pole. Giovanni Blackerby, second spot. Marshall Miller, points leader. He'll be starting in third. Tyler Stevenson, the newest Triple Crown winner, followed by Armand Deligny in the fifth spot.
They're talking standing.
Think there's going to be a lot of movement in the A-main?
There better be.
Let's throw up the standings since we didn't cover all the way through it, but that's a good question. What do you think? You think we'll see people moving?
I don't know. It's split in a lot of these races, they go one of two ways. You get a lot of movement, especially because of the pit stop, where the gaps are so close together that when you take a pit stop, you're going to change position. That happens a lot of times. In the top spots, though, sometimes they're able to run away with it.
What do you think?
It's getting closer and closer and closer the faster everybody gets. So I don't know. It's still split. It's either going to be a runaway between a few people, or it's going to be just a mashup of everybody so close that when you pit, you lose that position. You got to work it back through. So that's what I'm hoping to see.
Keep on somebody.
As everybody keeps getting faster, Marshall runs away with less of them, and with Tyler Stevenson right on his heels, 4 points behind him, tied with Joseph Valentine there at 70 points. I mean, it's, I don't know, it's anybody's game up in the top 5. Good to see Adam Weaver sticking with it, too. He's not far off the top 4.
Hey,
Yeah, that's right. I was looking for our biggest mover last race because Adam, we thought originally he had biggest mover of the race, but he didn't. So, and it is escaping me. I got to find it real quick. I believe he moved 5 positions last time.
Why did you start so low?
Adam's a good driver.
Why are you so far down
He's one of those guys that you put him in a race and, you know, he works here. You'd think he'd drive all the time, but he really doesn't.
No.
But he's just a good driver and very competitive, too. So put him in a group of guys, similar speeds, he's going to get around them. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was.
Hey, Adam should win. Keep telling Adam needs to win.
Fastest lap of the race.
Am I in here?
Marshall Miller was a point, and also Tyler Stevenson was a point. Was Tyler the biggest mover last race?
That's true.
I don't remember. If anybody in the chat remembers, let us know. Yeah, I think Tyler did win it last time.
How long are you going to last before you come in?
I even thought about doing it like super early.
Marshall was like top 5.
It never works. Never works.
That's true. Yeah, Marshall did start. He qualified
I don't know
lower.
what 19 does.
Yeah, that was his whole thing. He said he didn't use his boost. He forgot he had boost, so he didn't qualify well. But then once he got into the race, he ended up finishing pretty well.
See?
So it wouldn't surprise me.
So, I mean, you're starting...
This is the wonders, though, of being able to stream this stuff. You can go back and find what it is.
Yeah, Tyler was your...
Okay.
Thank you. Well, Tyler was your...
With Joseph, and when he hopefully when he pushes Katie and PJ out of the way, you can just stay on it.
Well, I should have left it in the notes, but...
Stay on.
That's all right. So everybody gets their helmets on. Looks like everybody is charged up and ready to go.
I don't know if they're charged up yet.
Almost charged up and ready to go.
Almost.
Your head's too small.
The trick is, so we would be okay to continue running. The cars that these guys go out with would theoretically have enough charge so they can move over to the other ones. But our wonderful pit crew always likes to make sure they have way more charge so that if they do decide to go the entire race, they can make it and they don't put the cars out there with like 75% on them.
Yeah, because you've done testing on these newer batteries now, and you can run them about 45 minutes straight.
Yeah, it's
equivalent of like
40 to 45 minutes. Yeah.
How clearly?
Okay, good.
So obviously the cars that came in first on the A main, they've had time to charge up. Like I see car 13 back there. I'm sorry, 19.
Hey, if you can hear me on stream,
so it
leave
would
a
be fine
comment.
to send
Leave
out
a
the rest
comment
of the
that you can
cars,
hear me.
and then if somebody wanted to pit at the very
You got me,
beginning of the
chat?
race, which don't know if that makes sense with boost, but 19 would be ready to go for them.
Are you able to put that screen on the stream? Is that?
Yeah, if you give me a second.
Not a problem. We can buffer.
Okay.
We are buffering currently. It's really cool. I wanted to pop the screen up here because those of you in the chat that are newer, or maybe you've seen it before and forgot about it, this is the information that not only the track workers get to see. If you race the 12 hours, the teams get to see this information too. And it gives you the battery data in real time. So this is how James and K1 Speed staff are able to keep the carts all pretty much even when they go out. And this is what we're waiting on, is for all of them to get charged. And this is how we know that.
Yeah, this is live telemetry from car 26, which is sitting right in front there. I can't tell.
Oh, that's the helmet. We just talked about in the beginning of the chat. I can't remember his name.
Car 26 is going to be Jeremy.
Jeremy, yeah. So that's live right now.
Yep, it'll refresh about every 5 seconds. And we have that for the entire fleet, so especially when we get to the 12 hours, every team has access to that real-time data so that they can see it.
Yeah, it's really cool. It also helps, I mean, running these races, I don't think you'd be able to run the endurance stuff without being able to see in real time what the carts are charged like, what the batteries are like. Normal arrive and drive facilities, they just kind of plug it to the charger and hope for the best. But
and the biggest thing is they have to wait for the charger to kick off.
Yeah.
Like they don't know when it's at 100%, or they don't want it's 90% because they don't know until it's 100. So I love that.
Really good data.
Onboard, Joseph Valentine and Dom D'Angelo in front. They were already having it out on the track as they were warming up their tires, going sideways and playing a little bit of bumper cars.
Always a good battle to watch.
Trying to get heat in the rears. Tyler Stevenson and Joey, who you're on board with right now, are tied for second in the championship. Keep an eye on those guys. And another strong result from PJ. We've touched on this all 3 other rounds. He keeps qualifying very well. Hasn't had as good a result necessarily on the finals. He kind of tends to drop back a few spots, but let's see what he can do tonight.
And it keeps him in contention. We were just talking about this before the race where Adam was actually up here, and he was like, I can't believe PJ is as high as he is on the leaderboard in 6th. And it's just consistency. PJ Mannypenny is the king, the OG king of consistency in these. When way long time ago when we started endurance, and you had to run 100 laps on these carts with one battery. I think it was 90 laps or 98 laps or whatever it was. Run it till the cart was dead.
Yes.
He could drag it the whole day. I don't know how he does it.
65 laps indoors.
Hey, James.
No, 85 laps indoors. Sorry.
85
it was
laps
65
was
outdoors, yeah. Well, he shows up.
He does.
There's the advertisement up there for Midnight Madness. Thanksgiving night, 11/28. Thanks. Hard to believe next week is Thanksgiving.
I know. Isn't that crazy? We're almost at Christmas.
Almost.
Okay, so question.
Yeah.
Do you have your Christmas tree up yet?
No.
Are you a post-Thanksgiving Christmas tree guy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And Adam loves and does a great job at decorating around here.
Does.
He's not allowed to decorate until after Thanksgiving.
I love it. I pre-put up my Christmas lights on the house because it was really warm temps. So I was like, it's 50 degrees. I'll get up on the roof, do all the lights and stuff, turn them off. It's post-Thanksgiving.
That's right. That's the official start.
Who in the chat has their tree up already? I got to know who out there is a pre-Thanksgiving Christmas, like everything goes up right after Halloween.
I get no appreciation around here, man.
I'll bet David is I'll bet he probably does a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Little Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Wait. I know the tree that
Jason
David
knows
has.
that I don't.
And I glitter bombed him by accident with it. Look at him laughing. Are you still pulling glitter out of places from that tree?
Absolutely. What are you talking about?
I'm so
that thing
sorry.
was awful. I mean, it was free, but it was awful. What do you guys think the worst possible spot to start in from this configuration is?
2.
2.
You think 2?
Yeah.
Or 3. No, 3 is a little bit straight away. 2.
All right, hold steady 1 as we get ready for the
Watch the
A-main.
lights. Here we go.
You're live from K1 Speed in Canton, Ohio. Here's the Arrive and Drive
Green light, go.
carts. And Don D'Angelo gets a great start on Giovanni Blackerby in the number 35.
Giovanni got a fantastic run on him, though, out
Good
that
reaction
straight.
times. Number 8 back there, Marshall Miller, who frequently leads the points championships, but he is starting in the 3rd spot. So let's follow along with those leaders as they round the inside.
I think that's going to be the fight to watch, is trying to make sure that Giovanni doesn't let Marshall around.
And we know that Don D'Angelo has a tendency to drive looking backwards like
He already is. He already is.
It hasn't proved to be too successful for him, so let's see what he can do in the number 4.
Oh, Giovanni hit the wall.
Yeah, took Marshall with him.
Yeah, did he force Marshall out?
No. But
Marshall's
I'd be scared.
Number 8 pushing on the number 35, Giovanni.
I'd be scared, but it did look like the gap closed between Marshall Miller and Tyler Stevenson.
Tyler's going to sit back there. This is actually from his point of view. He's going to be waiting for any of these guys to make a mistake.
Oh, there goes Marshall. Come on, Giovanni, stick him.
This is the perfect view of it.
Nope, Giovanni's going to lose 2 spots out of this.
Wouldn't be surprised if he was on the button here.
Oh, that was definitely on the button, James.
This is opening the door for Tyler, though, right as Giovanni goes wide, Tyler's able to make use of the
See
inside.
if you can look down on the steering wheel from the number 31. Nope, not going to see that shot.
That's the thing down here from my perspective. He definitely hit the button because Tyler was right next to him. Tyler didn't hit the button, but Giovanni did, and that's how Giovanni stuck that spot.
Marshall probably very experienced in the control of that boost, because if he pushed it after going through turn 4, it can be tough to get the car slowed down. And if Giovanni was on the boost too, that'd be hard to control.
Well, that's one thing we were talking about earlier. If you're fast in the kart without boost, boost just makes it harder for everybody else. And guys like Dominic D'Angelo and Tyler Stevens and Marshall Miller and Armand, they're all weapons when it comes to using the karts without it. So if those guys go down to the last minute to pit,
speaking of Armand,
they might still have them.
Right behind Tyler Stevenson and Adam Weaver right there, as those guys are outside. Close proximity. We've seen this battle before.
If I was Armand, I know exactly where I'd get him.
Where is that? Turn 2?
Oh, no. Tyler's going to watch this back later, and he's going to realize what I was talking about. It makes him mad every time I pass him in this exact spot. But Weaver, Adam Weaver is pushing on Armand.
Trying to work together to get around him.
You might want to pay attention to the back here.
He's going to take it to the inside. He is.
Good pass.
And Adam trying to take advantage of that as well. He's going to be right on the bumper and try to squeeze his way through the reverse turn 7. Adam's going to have a full leg up on him. That's going to push Tyler Stevenson back. And look at the gap that Armand Deligny has pulled out from those guys.
Oh, that was a double boost shot, I guarantee it.
15 boosts on the car. You have to be wise when you use them. And after you do your pit stop, you have another 15 to reuse. But if you exhaust them early, you're done. Marshall Miller still purple again at 39.11 on the board. You're now looking at the number 14 of Adam Weaver looking down the back, or closely with Armand Deligny.
Don't ignore your guys in the back there, James. Your last play, Mr. Aaron Puckett has moved up 2 spots since the beginning of the race.
Yeah, that's Aaron right there, I believe, in the blue helmet. That's Gavin squeezing, pushing, shoving his way through. Sean Horgan.
Insert adjective here. Yeah, he shoved his way through.
They're coming around turn 4. They're going right there.
There's a lot of movement. It's almost better with wide angle shots on this stuff just to see everybody all in one shot.
That's going to put Sean back in the last spot as Gavin Patterson is pushed by him, swapping the number 13 and 14 spots.
I was talking strategy with Gavin earlier. He said he's going to try and wait it out and just take as many spots as he can while he's there.
Don D'Angelo hitting 39.089.
Yeah, but I guarantee you he's going to start using his boost now that Marshall's right behind him.
And this is Joey on the back of Katie Wise.
Katie Wise playing defense.
When does Katie not play defense?
I know.
Never.
Come on, guys. What are we talking about here?
The number 20 of Joey.
Marshall Miller, fastest lap of the race, 38.555.
Let's see what they do right there outside camera. Yeah, the red helmet. We're going to follow them around because this is one of the tighter battles on track, I believe. They hit the straightaway. Marshall Miller now besting by almost a half a second with Don D'Angelo, hitting the 38-second range.
A very clean pass. Joseph able to close that out quickly.
As we ride on board with these two, this is on board with Katie. Now Joseph has gotten past. He'll hit the timeline and bump up a spot. That'll swap the 8th and 9th positions. So he looks to his back to see where Katie is going to enter this corner. She's going to run it just a little bit wider than him. He'll be nice and tidy through.
Marshall Miller taking the lead.
Where is our leader here?
Crossing timing line now. He made a very clean pass, and I guarantee those two are just going to run together with the rest of the race. They'll probably pit together too.
The points leader and the protege running 1-2 right here.
Looks like Joey Valentine is also past Katie Wise and is going after the old man, PJ Manipity.
Tom's waving him forward, trying to just say, run the race. I'm going to follow behind you.
Marshall, after a couple disappointing qualifying rounds, trying to show his dominance once again.
He's doing the same thing I used to do in these endurance races. Find someone that runs a similar speed and just run together and run it out. Deal with the position leaders. That way you create a gap on the field and you're good to go.
And this is good for Dom because it allows him to focus. He doesn't have to.
Oh, they're passing each other.
They're still playing around.
Never mind that. Scratch that.
Dom's like, I'm running faster than you. I'm going to get ahead of you now.
And back they swap again. Dom back in the lead.
Here's the thing, though. From a third person's perspective, I'm guaranteeing Dom is fighting for his life while Marshall is running around listening to Sesame Street music, just cruising. I guarantee it.
He's going to bump him into 3 to see if he can push.
Yeah, he's going to try and send him out again.
I think that's the sign of wobble, probably. Was that the...
No, that was him clapping because he kept away from him. But he also didn't press his boost, and Marshall can take him without boost anyway.
2.8-second gap between the second and third spots. Giovanni still holding on to number 3 so far. Armand, Adam, and Tyler are still lined up right there at the bottom of your screen. That's Armand in the yellow jacket. Replay?
We got a replay. Yeah, it's one where Tyler, on board with Tyler, where he was kind of manhandled through a couple of... Armand was budging his way through, and that's Adam Weaver that's going to close the pass out on him on the inside here.
Great replay, Rachel. Thank you.
Oh, Giovanni and Armand.
Oh, yeah, you guys see that?
And Armand's going to get by him. He's now driving the 12 Hours of Canton pace car, number 27.
Yeah, Giovanni was just trying to defend with his life there, and Armand wasn't having any of it.
Oh, we're going to have a pit stop from Tyler Stevenson. He's going to ditch this car fairly early, not quite 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I was reading body language while he was going around. I don't think he was very happy with number 31.
That's the best part about these endurance races. Don't like your car, swap it out.
Yep. Well, wasn't the number 19 machine the winner from last round? Yep, it was. So.
I'm glad you know that because I wouldn't remember.
Well, James, that was 2 weeks ago, though.
No, the B-main.
Doesn't mean anything.
The B-main.
Oh, B-main. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was the one Garrett had at the very end. We'll see if he can maintain competitive times. He's going to exit into some clean track space, though, so there's his opportunity. Your first pit stop complete from Tyler Stevenson, number 19 now.
Tell you what, can we jump on board with Giovanni? Because this is another one of those. Armand got around him, and Giovanni is just glued to his bumper. This is perfect case in point of if someone's a little bit faster than you, Giovanni's taking the time to learn from someone who's a very good driver. So just stick behind him and learn what you're doing wrong, and running good laps, bumping him, using him as the brakes there. But
yeah, you guys are talking about him following, but I can tell you that's a fight going on. That is not following. That is a fight. And Adam Weaver's just sitting back there watching, waiting for the opportunity that he can jump into that fight as well. And it looks like it's going to be right here on the backstretch.
We don't have a name on the number 2 car. If you guys could grab us the 28, I believe. That's Katie. Yeah.
Yeah, the group going outside now is the.
Seems like Joey Valentine has also gotten around PJ Mannypenny at this point, so he'll be someone to watch if he can dial it in and try and catch up with that pack of 3 back there.
Yeah, the pack of 3 coming inside now, which is Giovanni, Armand Deligny, and Adam Weaver. That is the group that I'm looking at it. I know David has a different opinion. I'm looking at it like, hey, they're all kind of running together and learning each other's lines, racing together, but David's down there going, no.
I mean, are you kidding? Every time they go into look at them going outside. Every time they go into the carousel, Giovanni is trying to force Armand out. And they stick bumper to bumper until it looks like even through into the backstretch.
Yeah.
Then Armand might just pull him just a little bit, but they close up real fast.
Maybe Giovanni's brakes don't work so well, so he's using Armand for a...
I mean, that's a good strategy. Also might want to keep a side eye on Dominic and Marshall. They're still running bumper to bumper, but Marshall seems like he's getting tired of being behind him.
Yeah, I think those guys are just trying to run away with it a little bit.
Well, yeah, I guarantee.
4-second lead on them.
Yeah, I guarantee the.
Armand.
A hard pit stop.
That was. Did he get pushed sideways from Giovanni? There?
I don't know.
I looked up at the last second.
Did he?
We're gonna tee
I
that
mean,
up
did he
on
put
replay.
his arm up?
Yeah.
Like, did he signal he was coming in?
Well, I don't know before.
I don't know.
I looked up.
This
Rachel
wasn't
can't
like
find it
a
for us.
this wasn't like a last minute arm up, you know. Getting sidelined.
Rachel's saying he did signal, so we're going to cue up the replay for you. You guys can take a look.
What do you think, Armand?
I think Giovanni's playing rough out there.
See, I told you he was fighting out there.
There it was. Oh, yeah, he really tagged
10
him
seconds. They keep saying that Giovanni's just following you behind you for line, but I kept telling him it's a fight. Go get him.
there. Armand's like, I got to get out of here, David.
I wasn't keeping him.
Nothing like interviewing the driver
I wasn't
while he's
keeping him.
racing.
Yeah. Here, let me put a 2-second time penalty on you.
I wasn't helping. Come on.
Yeah,
Adam
Giovanni-
Weaver has also come in the pits.
Well, okay, all right, we'll run a pit stop here. So,
That leaves Giovanni out by himself.
yep.
He's got a chance to gain some distance before these two get
Thinking
back
about
out.
that pit stop, I think Giovanni was optimistic that he was going to be able to take the inside line to Armand. And Armand said, no, I need to run this a little bit wider because I need a pit.
Yeah.
Or maybe he thought that he was signaling to Giovanni to pit. So,
Let's take another angle look at it. This is the pit stop in question. As he signals, Giovanni just clips the back end of him and sends him into the wall.
Adam Weaver enters the field again.
Well, that's kind of cool to see because Giovanni did get back ahead of both Armand and Adam, but they slotted in right where they were when they started. Tyler Stevens will have to make some quick work of this to try and get up with them to recover his spots because all three of them have pitted. Giovanni has not.
Yeah, on board with Katie looking at the back of PJ Mannypenny.
Number 9, father-daughter combination. She's going to bump him as she goes through the garage doors.
No love lost there.
Hey, Dad.
Guess who?
PJ running a little wide in the number 9 machine there in the outdoor.
Katie's got
Katie's
the
going to take
inside.
advantage of it. I guarantee you that's not, he's not just letting her pass.
No. Now he's going to try to cue something up to get back around her.
That's right. It's a battle for 5 and 6. I'm trying to find...
James and/or
James.
James.
Going to pit now too.
Hey, James, you can pit more than once if you want to, right?
If you want to.
All right. Yeah, he said yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah, you're allowed.
Yeah, but why would you want to?
Right.
Giovanni Blackerby is in the pits. We're going to have to wait to see where he pops out.
Which timer are they running for him? Must be number 2. Oh, number 1 is for Sean Horrigan. Sorry, I didn't see you sitting there. Sean's going to grab the number 10 machine.
Got to keep the morale up, guys. Got to keep the morale
Our
up.
drivers are going to fire our pit reporter.
Yeah. I don't care. I'll just go back to racing and beating them.
Oh, I see.
that's true.
Let's go, kid.
Giovanni back in the number 2 machine. I think that was strategic.
Oh!
Rumors that number 2 is his favorite car.
Could be.
Giovanni slots in right where he came in.
Yep, look at that.
Yeah.
Armand is now behind the number 2 machine. Armand's got warm tires. They're going to hit the outdoor track.
Oh, Armand's going to
Say
throw
advantage
him.
Armand.
That's right.
Oh, uses him as a bumper again.
That keeps Adam right in the mix, right? That was- yeah.
That's
Oh.
exactly
Number
how
15.
that's how they pitted.
Look at that.
I think I caught a view of Tyler Stevenson getting moved around back there, too. I think he just got lapped.
Yeah, on board with Tyler. Looks like his cart's got an issue if you go on board with Tyler.
Oh, boy.
He got passed by 2 cars really quickly.
Well, this is the back of Marshall Miller, though.
Yeah, so no, he got lapped. I guess he
Oh.
was letting him by. Yep, so you're right.
Yep.
That was lap traffic.
Check back on board with this action here. Giovanni and Armand Delaney kind of really forced the issue with the braking zone there.
Locked up the brakes a little bit.
Armand being very smart. A novice driver would have turned right anyway, but he kept it in a straight line, waited for the braking to complete, and then turned in.
That's what you were saying you were watching with them, right?
Yep.
They're braking in a straight line, so
It's so important because once you turn, the car from behind us has so much momentum to push you sideways. And a lot of less experienced drivers would make that mistake.
Jeremy coming in.
Armand puts his hand up in the air.
Oh, that's optimistic, but that's going to put a gap between the two of those guys now.
Go get him, go!
Yeah, and what we don't see on board, which overhead will show us, is these guys come into the inside. There's a train of cars behind this pack. So them battling together.
Oh!
We just caught that.
Dominic throwing lap traffic around. Come on.
Dominic and Marshall working their way through lap traffic.
But Dominic's got a lot of pressure from behind, so he wants to get by Giovanni because Marshall's on his tail.
Ooh.
That's going to allow Marshall the competitive advantage. That's exactly what he was afraid of. That's going to put Marshall on the inside of this turn and allow him to take the lead of the race back.
We'll say it. We've said it time and time again, guys. It's always about being in the right place at the right time.
Yep. And lap traffic in that situation, Giovanni not yielding as he should to the cars in the leader lap.
It's more entertaining.
The mistake in the braking will allow Dominic to take the lead back.
It's more entertaining.
2 lead changes in 1 lap.
Hey, that's allowed Tyler Stevenson to catch the pack.
Yeah, look at
Tyler Stevens back in it.
Look at how close he is to Adam Weaver in the number 15 now.
He just checked Adam's bumper real hard. Adam's probably smelling colors.
As soon as we get a break, we got a replay of that pass.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was that back fourth going on.
Guys, there's no breaks in this race.
I know.
There is so much going on. It's nuts.
We'll have to slow that one down a little bit.
Yeah.
Rewind that and slow it down a little bit as they come through that corner.
Dominic is really still trying to push his way through both Armand and Blackerberry at the same time.
You gotta hold it now. There you go. All right, there you go.
Oh.
Where'd they go? There we go.
Dominic just took Giovanni, so he's now fighting with Armand.
There you go. So we're watching a replay right now. Marshall going a little sideways, and then Dom looking at that going, wow, if I undercut him, I'll be able to take this back. Nope. That's going to push Marshall.
In case you guys missed it.
Sideways on the corner.
In case you guys missed it, Marshall just pit and went back out.
Yeah, we're
Katie Wise is coming in now.
Here's Marshall back on the circuit, coming outside.
So your race
off to the left there, follow outside.
Yeah, so your race leader, Dominic D'Angelo, is the only one out of that group that has not pit, but he's also about a lap ahead of them. Almost exactly 1 lap ahead of him.
Yeah, and Katie Wise is in the pits too now, right?
Yep. So I think the only people that are left that haven't pit, I think, is PJ and I want to say
Gavin?
Yeah, I would say Gavin.
Yeah, because you got 30-second gap down to Marshall, so Marshall's run by himself. And if anybody wondering about that pit timer, that is going to be offset because of the GoPro. So that she did launch the correct time, but the timer's going to be a little off sync from the video. So
GoPro has a couple seconds.
Your race leader is in the pits.
All right, there's Dom making the pit stop. I hear a lot of action down there, David. What's all going on?
Oh, it looks like Gavin and Ackerman are fighting with each other.
Oh.
Got a little sideways, but they gave each other the place back like good racers.
You mean?
That's the thing. Alex is lap traffic, or Eckleberry, sorry. Alex is lap traffic. He's in last place versus Gavin, who's fighting for second at the moment, but still hasn't pit. So we're just waiting on Dominic to come out somewhere.
That's right. We're watching the clock tick down now from 5 seconds.
If I had to guess, he's probably going to come out while those guys are going through 4.
How close will it be? Will they be able to maintain bumper to bumper with Marshall Miller?
Nope, it's not going to be close. Marshall's going to have 2 turns behind him.
Yielding to Sean.
Yeah, that wasn't a yield though.
Cautiously.
That was look out, I'm coming in.
All right, Dom's coming out.
Although I think he did slot in right in front of Patterson, so it'll be interesting to see where they even out. Gavin still will have to pit though. So
that's the number 10 of Sean Horgan. Right behind him is Dom, your leader, and then the gap back to Gavin is only a tenth, couple seconds, and he's the blue helmet back there.
Yeah, but Horgan is lap traffic.
Right.
Dom and Gavin are on the lead lap.
So do we know what happened to Marshall that caused him to fall back?
I don't know. No, I just seen hands getting thrown up. So I will say though, I have noticed that not a lot of blue flags are being thrown. Like lap traffic fighting wise.
Right.
So like your group back there of I believe it's Armand, Blackerberry, Adam, and Tyler Stevens all fighting with each other. When they were fighting their way through lap traffic, there was no blue flag.
Yeah, this is the battle we've.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Has literally been a pinball this entire race.
I was wondering if you just saw Dom go hopping through turn 4. That was kind of funny to watch. I've seen that. I've seen him do that a couple times tonight.
How interesting is it that these guys who are so close in the championship are all battling it out on track in almost the identical spots?
Well, I mean that's the way it should be, right? There's actual things on the line.
That's right.
I did just see, though, Joey Valentine is trying to point out that Tyler Stevens' camera charging cable is not connected, so it's kind of just flying around. Yeah, so that's that's kind of funny to watch.
See
but
how it goes.
It should have enough battery power. This is a good
Oh,
view,
yeah.
though, because this is the train right in front of them with Adam Weaver, Giovanni Blackerby, and Armand delivering the same train we've seen since basically the whole race.
Yep, positions 4 through 7 on the board right now.
I guess Gavin pitted while I wasn't looking.
He did.
Okay. So that should be I think Aaron Puckett hasn't pitted either. So
okay.
he should be. I think he's your last one to pit. Would be Aaron.
So
that should be your top 3.
We'll jump up a couple cars in line and we'll pick up Giovanni. Just a mirror image of the laps we were watching a few minutes ago.
Now, if you guys really want to talk about following people and, well, I know what you're watching. That's what I should be watching too.
Yeah, look who is joining the party. None other than Joey Valentine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's that cable
just
swinging around back there.
That whole group is one little pileup away from changing every position.
Really
Giovanni forced the outside. Adam Weaver makes the pass. Tyler Stevens sneaks through there too. He might get Adam. It looks like he will.
What a great move.
Yeah, when they it looked like
cars, but Tyler Stevens is going to have the advantage. Giovanni on the outside. Can Adam take advantage of the inside? He does. He's going to. Looks like
Armand runs away.
Spots on that.
He lost it. I told you it was one pileup away from changing every position.
Joey's going to have the outside line into turn 4. That's going to give him the advantage. So
that is an entire shuffle of positions.
Yeah. Tyler Stevenson will be fighting for a podium if he can run down Armand. That's if he even has any boosts left.
Tyler Stevenson, the last round winner, trying to move up and take the fight to the leaders.
I feel like there's been 100 position changes and we still have 5 minutes to go.
Well, that's what happens when you got this many racers and this many guys on this level. You're really going to have to watch Adam and Joey Valentine, though. That might change, and Giovanni, bless his little heart, is not giving up.
Right, Adam in the white helmet, Joey in the red helmet. That's your battle for 5 and 6.
We've got a replay of that.
Giovanni is not letting go.
Here's the replay.
Tyler's turning sideways, but he's going to keep his nose pointed. No, he's not. He's going to get pushed way sideways.
Giovanni goes through for a moment.
But Tyler doesn't give up. He doesn't throw his hands up in the air in frustration. He just stays on the throttle and gets through the corner.
Well, yeah, if you take your hands off the steering wheel, I mean, you're going to lose it.
That's advice going to some of our team drivers that we saw over the last week or so. Don't give up.
You got to drive the cart with both hands.
Back to live shots, Giovanni on board.
Airflow for Joey, the cord hanging out.
Something you might find interesting, guys, if you watch Tyler versus Armand. Armand has a different. They both have different lines, and they're sticking with each other. So it's kind of interesting to see when you're watching on board.
Tyler now, yeah, right behind Armand.
Oh, don't go wide. What you just saw was him going wide into turn 4. If he does that again, I guarantee Adam's going to run up the inside of him.
Yeah, Adam right on the bumper of Tyler Stevenson.
Oh yeah, Adam is reaching out for the power cord as he gets closer.
I wonder if he can catch it.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too short. It might come up just above the number on the front of the cart, but I don't think he'd really have to like give up racing to catch it.
Well, the test tonight was, could we swap cars, cameras, and cables fast enough? And I guess maybe this is the answer for us.
The answer is yes, but
yeah, we might just need a lock.
All night. I can't give him flack for it. All right, camera one, follow him around. There we go.
Might just need a lock on that.
Sorry, what was it, David?
I said you might just need a lock on your cables a little bit.
No, I don't know.
Wiggle them in there.
They may not have gotten a chance to plug it in. I don't know.
Luckily, we got batteries on them, so we'll be all right.
Oh, Giovanni makes a move.
And
he spun out, and for some reason, Adam Weaver spun out.
Well, he tends to do that when Giovanni passes.
So, yeah, Giovanni has moved up and is now right on the bumper of Tyler Stevenson, who is also on the bumper of Armand Deligny.
That's right. They're going to come inside.
That's going to be the fight. Because Giovanni has not given up.
Meanwhile, the gap between 1 and 2 hasn't much changed. We've seen 1.5 seconds throughout the last several laps. And the action has been keeping us so occupied. I haven't really noticed it's only 2.5 minutes left remaining in this race.
Oh, you guys are going to watch this.
We are all over it.
Now, see what you could. Giovanni could have capitalized right there because Tyler tends to go wide into the carousel. So all Giovanni would have had to do was dive in deep, right off the wall, and just get him.
Yeah, he's right on the back of Tyler again.
Yep.
So he's looking for him.
Oh, he'll trust me. If the kid knows, he's going to do it.
It's just like funnier with the USB cable laying dangling behind.
Yeah.
Miller with fastest lap, 38.5.
Taking that lead down to 6/10 after I just said it was about 1.
Oh boy.
So that's another battle to watch. If he's
yep, there it is. There's that move I just said.
Good move.
Tyler Stevens just kept leaving the door open for him.
This is going to be a replay in essence because it's going to run wide. Giovanni pounces on it.
Now, Tyler's other problem, like I mentioned, is he kind of follows the wall when he comes back in the garage doors, and if somebody's right behind him, they could sneak inside. I'm thinking Joey Valentine will be looking for either one of those opportunities, but Tyler's right now they're
replay from his onboard.
I know, but you might want to come back.
All right, back live.
Armand throws his arms up like I got nowhere to go. I got to play defense, buddy.
He's got nothing he can do. They will not let him go.
That just punts him.
Oh no!
Not good.
His cart's dead.
Oh, cart dead.
That's what happened.
Stoppage on track.
He pulled over because his cart stopped, and he just got railed.
Yeah, and I don't think that hurt him.
Armand's cart died, I think. That or
I think
it's either Armand's cart died or he got hit hard enough that the cart shut off.
It kicked in the G sensor, so it killed him. If he resets it, see if he can get it fired back, guys.
I don't think he wants to at this point. Look at him.
What do you think, Marshall?
Of it.
What do you think, Marshall?
I need more boost.
Well, you ran out. That's your own fault.
Giovanni
But you're right there. I mean, he's probably out too, you know.
He's not out.
Oh, it was the number.
Dom's crying out interference.
I didn't expect Armand to be going so slow.
I don't know if they think
they're talking.
Yeah, because his cart stopped right there, and that was that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It just didn't fucking go.
They've been leaving a couple of them.
David's out on the track.
Well, yeah, I might as well, right? Although Dom's saying it's interference, that if I talk to Marshall, it's interference. So I'm going to come up here and talk to him, so it's interference on him. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Oh, he's not going to talk to me. He doesn't want to get disqualified again.
We need to be really conscious, guys, about the expiration of time here. We need to make sure the cars go across the timing line before the race ends.
Know where David's at?
Good job, buddy.
So whatever we need to do to get Armand fired, we need to get that race going again, guys.
2 to go. 2 to go. So don't let him pass you. 2 more laps. We're giving you 2 more.
Dawn Ponce, great racing tonight. I absolutely agree. There's been so many passes.
If she comments, I ran the fastest lap, so. Give me a card. I'll run the last minute or 2.
I think they're sorting out the order right now of how to restart the race. Because we're going to end up having a couple laps to go. as time expired and see what we can do from that replay we just watched of Armand. There was nothing he could do about that.
I kind of want to walk
they're
around
gonna
and talk
sort
to
'em
people,
out
but like,
and
you know,
see
can't walk too
what
far.
position we can get everybody back to.
Hey, your mentor's speaking.
They want an order. We're getting an official order here. Hang on, guys, 1 second.
Then get it. I mean, you can. I'm gonna laugh when you smack into the wall, though.
Every time I go fast on the back straight, it's fucking.
Well, stop doing that. There are things you can do to fix that. Dude, I've been
All
watching
right.
you bounce
The
all
benefits
night.
of having instant replay played out in real time.
They're going to move Adam up.
Marshall.
Up on the front, we're going to have Dom going across the line first, so that's going to signal white flag, I believe. That should be expiration of time. So I believe track marshal should have white flag ready to go.
Don't give him any ideas. He'll do it. Am I still in here? Oh, I am still in here.
Yeah, you're still
All right.
You are.
All right, well, I will refrain from saying anything that might get me in trouble later.
Perfect.
Even though, like, I was talking strategy earlier with people on the sidelines, apparently everybody can still hear me, so.
All right, based on the onboard from Tyler, they're going to move Armand up, going to bump Tyler up as well.
So did they give Armand another? Did they give Armand another cart or? Oh, sorry.
All right, so they're going to put Armand in front of Giovanni. Yep, based on the way the pass was made. So.
Yeah, from the replay, I mean that's what makes the most sense.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. So they're going to wait for the lights. We're going to. Katie Wise, not happy about something. I'm not sure.
Katie Wise was in that group behind them, so she's got now half a track.
Well,
on
they probably need to move her up then because everybody else got bumped up.
We can hear her yelling from in here.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to walk out there and interview Armand.
So it sounds like they're going to rewind the time.
No, we can't. The only thing we can do is resume it so that we can get an accurate order going across the line.
That's true. Katie's got a ghost in her cart.
So what was the verdict with Armand's
It's a
cart?
little
It was
extra
just
speed, Katie. It's okay.
What was the verdict with Armand's cart? Was it the G-force
That's
sensor
all right.
or?
So Katie will slot up behind them, and then
They turned
the
me off
group
again.
will get going. Sounds like the official calling of it will be Dom will cross the line once we get going. That'll be white flag, so there'll be one lap to go after that. Always something fun here at K1 Speed Canton. Unfortunate. Hopefully Armand's okay. Looks like he's all right. He's still in the cart, so good news on that.
Final lap.
But we'll have to hear after the race.
One lap.
Hopefully everybody gets a good restart because we can't afford to lose it.
You got Marshall. You got one lap.
We're going to throw a white flag.
You're going on lights, not
Dom
flags.
getting pumped up. He's got to hold that gap to Marshall for first place here with one lap.
Yeah, man. Marshall's got one lap to make a difference.
We had good reaction times at the beginning. Let's see if the restart has the same effect. We're going to keep an eye on the leaders here. Dom D'Angelo. White flag thrown.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Oh, no.
No. On board with Tyler Stevenson, I was watching it, and they didn't get the same start. So there were 3 or 4 carts that didn't get speed, looked like.
It's an awkward
Yeah,
spot
the
that
group of
Marshall
those guys
managed
right
to
there
spot
didn't
them.
get speed at the same time, so they were just hanging out with the green light. So we'll have to go again.
Marshall, that's probably like the worst spot you could be in.
Here's the replay. Lights go green. Yeah, and he got all bunched up. So something might be wrong with his cart at that point. I don't know, but yeah, they're swapping carts out. That's what they're doing.
That'll be a challenge on cold tires, but there's one lap to go. So.
One lap, yeah.
The Team Blackerby is not very happy about Armand's placement.
Yeah,
doesn't seem like anybody is. I just heard Joey yell, "We were not that far away."
So what was your viewpoint down there, David? So what should this order be, you think?
Honestly, I was watching Marshall and Dom. I was not watching them come in the building.
We were too.
I just missed it when Armand had pulled off. It seemed like Armand pulled over when they went around 4 because his cart died.
My thought of it, though, is if something's wrong with this cart and you get a restart.
Yeah, we're trying to put you back in the same spot as the first restart.
Correct.
So that's the effect.
Yeah.
If it was my call, white flag next time by.
White flag already out.
And I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like the next time Dom came by would be white flag. Then make it one good lap for the end.
Time expired. That's the unfortunate part, but yeah.
Well, it is what it is.
Yep. They got one lap to make it.
Yeah. They got one lap. Final lap burn. Let's see who got it. Can Giovanni Blackerby get past the ghost?
The person with the toughest job is going to be Armand.
Yes. Yeah. On cold tires, playing defense.
Although here's the thing, you gotta look where Armand and that group is, because Armand's gonna get a clear straight shot out of there, but the rest of them aren't.
Yeah, just clarifying, they're coming to the checker, so hopefully there's no confusion here.
They're still not happy about it.
Yeah.
If it was me, I'd just keep racing until somebody stopped me.
Until the battery dies.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's what they're trying to do, so we'll get it back underway here.
I don't think you're going to have much to worry about them two.
Giovanni
You definitely want to watch this group, though.
And that's going to be the difficult thing for Armand, is he's got cold tires on that cart swap. Going to keep an eye on that as they're on the outside. Oh, Tyler Stevens is going to run wide. He's going to give Joey advantage there.
Giovanni is literally trying to force Armand around the track.
Giovanni way wide. Whoa. Just trying to make desperate moves there on the outdoor. And Tyler just kind of gives up as well. So Adam's going to maybe let him by. Yep. No, that's going to push. Who's going to come up behind him?
Is that Katie? That's Katie.
Yeah. Checkered flag.
Wow, Katie snuck in there too?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Well, Adam was trying to let Tyler back into his spot to let him resume.
Oh, you don't be nice on the last lap, guys. Come on. The last lap is not the time to be nice.
And that's going to put everybody else at lap 44 to finish that race. It's Jeremy, Aaron, Alex, and Sean finish out. Well, there's going to be a lot of conversations about this race.
Yeah, the two celebrating are the two we figured. Look at them down there.
I think your biggest mover might be Gavin Patterson. I'm not sure.
That's possible. Finishing in 9th
I think
position.
so.
What did he start, 13th?
He started 13th.
Yep.
Katie Wise, though, no, her and PJ started in the middle of the field. I'm not sure. You guys will have to figure that one out.
This, I believe, is Dom D'Angelo's first win of the Endurance Challenge. Definitely of this season.
Oh, I'm sure he seems excited about it.
So Marshall is willing to listen to what is the actual story behind all this.
I don't know.
More importantly, it's going to be interesting to listen to all the drivers from all the other spots from 3rd through 6th, actually 8th, 3rd through 8th.
Giovanni, Armand, any of them, grab them.
Yeah, that's why we've got David down there tonight.
Race winners, come here.
Mikey, you got my phone?
The fucking pound!
Armand, come on in here. Armand. 3rd place, come on.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah, what happened with Armand?
Yeah, we need perspective. We need perspective from you. So Armand, let's hear from you. Let's hear from you first. Let's let Dom calm down.
I don't know.
David, go ahead and grab the mic.
Yeah, I know. I'm right here. Just trying to figure out who I'm talking to. Armand, what happened?
So first kart really good, really smooth. Gained a couple positions. I have to watch the camera. Okay, all right. I'll look at the camera. So yeah, first kart really smooth, really good. Everything's happening too fast here. After that, when I pitted kart 36, just no top end, sliding in the corners, I knew I was going to be in trouble right off the bat. When I saw Adam was catching me up real fast. So when Gio came out in front of me, I pretty much took the only chance I had the entire race and passed him outside of 6 going outside. I'm really surprised I made that move, but made it stick. And from there, it was defend, defend, defend. And I was used as a breaking point a lot.
We saw that.
Not fun, especially when the cart died. That was not ideal. But
you got hit pretty hard from behind, didn't you?
Yeah, it was Adam. I mean, it's not Adam's fault, but
Right,
going outside, just cart coming out actually out of turn 1, going to start finish. I noticed something was off with the cart, and I was really slow. So they just kept pushing me down the straight. And then coming outside, just completely shut off and just got hit real hard in the back.
Yeah, it kicked in the G sensor, so you had no option but
Just to take it.
as we're watching the replay as you're talking about it.
Oh, that's a different replay.
That's a different one.
Oh.
But other than that, I mean, it was a good race. Like, the one thing I'd suggest the others that watching this is just trying to take a little bit different line, especially when I'm being so defensive. Try to take I know it's hard when there's a pack because you don't want to fall back, but try to take a different line so that you can pass. There's definitely passing opportunities, especially with a boost. People could have taken a different approach and got the pass done.
30 minutes of fight with you, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was.
30 minutes.
I really thought in the first 2 minutes of that second cart, I thought about letting people by and just throwing in the towel. But then I got Gio right off when he pitted with cart 2. So in my mind, I'm like, this guy's got the best cart. Got to make it work at this point.
All right.
What was your favorite fight?
Favorite fight was Tyler. When Tyler was behind me, he had a couple moves, try to juke back and forth, and he almost got me twice. And that was very clean.
I think I know the fight you're talking about. Gio was on his back end too, so.
I'm sure.
Dude, good job.
Thanks.
Good job holding it.
Thanks, Armand.
Thank you, Armand.
Grab the winner real quick so we can talk to Dom.
Marshall and Dom, come here. Come here, Dom. No, give that to Dom. Time to talk, Dom. Time to get your chance.
Get the ADD roamed in here.
Oh yeah, no, that's why we talked to Armand first. Don't put any money in the swear jar. Okay?
I don't swear.
What do you think?
What do you mean, what do I think?
Well, it's your first endurance win, right?
Vague question.
First endurance win, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about it? You think Marshall was giving you a hard time, or like, come on, let's hear it. What do you got?
I think Marshall might be a little washed, and he just don't want to admit it. I mean, I think his time has come.
See,
you know,
this is why I wanted to interview both of you.
getting a little weak. He's starting to wrinkle up a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
No,
Well, what else you got? What else happened out there?
It was actually a really beautiful race. Other than my second kart was a little. It didn't like the straight line speed at all.
I was gonna say I saw you hopping quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I came off the ground on the way in a couple times.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you were smelling colors at one point. We're going through 4.
Yeah. The one time I think it like hopped and I just landed on my hip wrong, and it was like, oh my god, that one hurt.
What'd you think about 1 to go? Like giving Marshall one last chance at you. What'd you think?
He was like, because we restarted and then we got 2 turns away and then we stopped, and it was like, he was like, how many boosts did you use? I was like 0. I was like, how many did you use? He was like 1. I was like, you used 1 boost and didn't even come close to me. That's kind of. I don't really think boosting off a start helps. I really don't, but.
It really doesn't. It ramps up the RPM of the cart.
Yeah.
So it's in a way it does, but it's better on the top end.
Right. Correct. It's not an acceleration aid. He was also saying something about how he didn't have any more boosts left, and I still had like 10 left. I was like, oh, well, that's...
See, we've been talking strategy all night, so did you just conserve? Like, when did you run out of boost in the first cart?
Oh, okay, so the first cart, I think I used 3 boosts. And then usually I pit midway, 15 minutes. If the cart's good, I'll pit 10 minutes like I did tonight. I used all of my boosts in the last 5 minutes before I pit.
I was going to say, you held out.
It was really just push to get ahead, pretty much. I didn't really have to boost.
That's really the strategy I like, is just hold out as long as you can, and if the kart's good and you can run the kart without boost and still put in times, why do you need to pit, right?
Right, correct. And it was really fun battling Marshall at the beginning of the race as well. That was great.
He was giving you a hard time.
Yeah, no, he says he let me have it, but
Says he let you have it.
yeah.
Well, now next month you're going to have to back it up.
Saw 2 lead changes in 1 lap.
2 lead changes in 1 lap, apparently.
Very. I hope that brings the likes in.
Hey, we got it all on camera though, so it'll be fun for you to watch at home, I suppose.
I can't
right?
watch it back.
All right, Dom. Congratulations. Here, I'll take that from you. Congratulations, buddy. Good job.
Hit that replay. Oh, I thought you had something. I'm sorry.
Do it. Do it on stream. You want to talk? Oh boy.
Am I supposed to be talking?
I don't know. What'd you think? 1 lap. You had 1 lap. What did you think?
Yeah, why 1 lap?
I don't know. I said this. I said the same thing. After the second stop, maybe throw the white flag again, but we don't make the rules.
Marshall.
Yes.
So the problem was time expired. The race on the timing system was going to end, and we had to get you guys across the timing line.
Because you couldn't reset it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So once time expires, you have only a small time window. There was no time for a second lap.
Can't you pause the time?
We did.
Put the mic in your face.
And that's with you guys going across the timing line a second time. That's all the time we had. So
I want a refund on my cart. It did not move in the pits, and I had it on. That's what cost me. But no, that race was fun. When I got past Dom, and then he passed me again on the, he can hear me. I can hear myself. He can hear me. No, I'm not. Anyways. When I passed Dom the first time in the first stint, and then he came back and got his position back, now I could have blocked it from him, but I came through the kink after the carousel heading outdoors, and I left it wide, and I just sat there looking at his nose coming up. I wanted to pinch him out, but I didn't, because I wanted to be kind and just mess around. We still had plenty of time. I think there's 25 minutes left in the race. But then stayed up with him, and then before I pitted, I passed Dom and got in front. So then I was like, all right, I'm going to pit. And because I wanted to pit first before Dom did, because that increased the odds of me coming out in front of him when he pits, right? Well, so good. It worked good until I got in the cart and I turned it on. And then I buckled and I was watching the time go. And then it got to 1 second and I hit the gas and nothing happened. And I pulled on it and it was still on. So I pushed it in, pulled it back out, and then it worked. But that's what I'm going to say that screwed me in the race. But then also my error on the very last lap on the restart, the second restart. I think I had 5 or 6 boosts left. I boosted all the way out of the kink, all the way on the outdoor track heading to corner 4, and I would have had him in 3 on my setup in 4, but I lost my rear end and went into the wall.
No, not on that mic, David, but we saw you. So. Yeah. All right, well, good job, Marshall. Thanks for the interview. Thanks for racing with us.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Come here, Joey.
So there was a
Joey,
4-point difference between first and second. It looks like that'll bump it down to 3 points, if my rough calculations are correct. So,
all right, guys.
Last Valentine.
Yeah, last one.
Yeah, he was a little boisterous during the last start. Let's get some information from him.
Dude, you came up into that pack. Armand, Giovanni, Tyler Stevenson, Adam, even. How did you end up where you were?
There was, if everyone would have had the race line, I don't finish in that P4. If we do a specific line that you're supposed to take that everybody know on this backwards track, it's not a hard line. I don't finish P4 if you have the right line out here and we don't push and we don't shove. That's just my personal opinion, but I took it to my advantage here.
Would you say you were in the right place at the right time?
I mean, it couldn't have been a better time, man. And I'm so sorry for my brother over here, Tyler Stevenson, man. I mean, he gets pushed out the way, and that's, I mean, I go all the way from 9th to 4th, and I said it to Jeremy Weaver, my student. That is my student. I appreciate him. Shout out to Rob Christiak and Carrie Christiak. Very, very pleased with this finish. I feel bad for Tyler, but I'm in the right place at the right time. It happens. Take the right race line. It doesn't happen like that.
All
What do you think? What do you think about? I don't know. Like, what do you think about? What did you think about that battle? Watching it from back there.
It was awesome, though. But I mean, I don't think it was. It was cool to sit back and watch, and I knew I had to wait because I mean
that's the best place to be is just to sit back and watch.
I sat back, watched. I let it involve, and I mean I figured it was coming. So I mean, especially last lap, everyone's pushing. I mean, if we weren't racing for something, you know, nobody would be pushing and shoving as hard as they are. But I completely understand. Happy to be in front of Giovanni today.
It was a heck of an effort right there at the end, buddy.
Absolutely.
You put it. You got in where it mattered, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
This is my coach right here. This is my dad.
That means the other kids are my grandson.
Absolutely.
That's so weird. We need to stop saying that.
Hey, David, was
Yes,
Giovanni
sir.
hanging around back there because he wanted to talk?
He is, I guess. Giovanni, you want to say your piece? You want to say your piece?
He had some really good passes. We actually have one teed up on replay.
They say they have one of your. They say they have one of your replays played up, like they're gonna watch it right now. Dude, we were all rooting for you. There were people with money on you in this race, and you're pushing Armand around, like. Say that again.
This kart was slow.
Is that it? Like you weren't like you're supposed to say that you're better than Armand.
I'm not jockey like that.
Oh.
I'm trying to be humble.
He's trying to be humble. You had a hell of a race, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Dude, you were trying your best out there. We were all rooting for you. That pass you made on Tyler Stevenson in the back corner, where you did exactly what Armand did.
Yeah.
Where Tyler went wide and you just snuck right up inside.
I also did it with Josie.
You got Josie too?
Yeah, over there.
Dude.
And then I couldn't get past Armand. His kart was too slow, but it was just, I mean.
Dude, I think your effort was valiant.
So,
like, I think you did great.
Giovanni, was your dad upset about the restart at the end? Is that what the confusion was?
Yes, I was really annoyed that they would give him a new kart because of the bad kart. I mean, if he would have had a better kart, I would not have gotten past him. But
did you see the failed restart though? When they went back green, where his kart didn't start.
You mean like over there after I guess I did a dirty pass on him?
Yeah, so they gave him the position back, and then they restarted the race, and then when they gave him green, his kart didn't go. So it wasn't because of his car performance or anything. It was due to the fact that it wasn't running.
Yeah, it just wasn't running, and I think that they shouldn't have gave the position back because, I mean, I knew that his kart was bad, and I knew there's people behind me, so I tried to get a later start so that I don't want to, like, pass him dirty over there, but I just had enough adrenaline that I just try to get the best reaction start and pass him, but...
Got to take him down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're usually a very clean racer and try to make clean passes, so we definitely understand this. Yeah.
Yeah, I do sim racing and all this stuff, and if I ever pass somebody and I'm like on the inside dirty, I pass them dirty and I'm on the inside, I give them the position back unless if there's tons of people behind me that it'll just not work and I'll get down to P2 to P10. Sim racing.
If we were to pick a VIP in this race, I think it'd be you. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
You did a lot of moving around, buddy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
A lot of defense. A
We're
lot
all
of offense.
Dude, we're all proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
That was a heck of an effort. Hopefully next month you come back and do the exact same thing, if not better.
Yep. I also barely come here, and then I care, and then I crush, if I can. Hopefully.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got sim racing going on. Or you're racing actual karts outside of this, right? At some point.
Yep.
You were doing endurance racing with Leighton, weren't you?
Yep.
All right, buddy.
All right, we're going to leave it
We're
there.
going to close it
Thanks
off.
very much for the interviews, guys.
Congratulations.
For all of us at K1 Speed, thanks to the team to make the operations run smoothly. We appreciate it. Jason, Rachel, thanks for the replay, as always. And to our camera operators, we appreciate it.
Let's go,
We'll see you
Dylan!
in a couple weeks. Have a good night.
Fade to black.